I was reading this book last night by this semi-famous author, Shakespeare. Heard of him? And this real interesting quote in it. He said, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. But those that are truly great are self-raised.
Hey guys, welcome to Grapple Mania 18. We are here at Self-Raised Bread, previewing the first 4 fights of the evening.
Guys, last weekend we shot Mini Mania. It was a huge success. It was amazing to see young kids in the sport, up and coming. And the jiu-jitsu show that they put on was insane. We're gonna talk about the divisions. First, the minus 50 kilo division. In the finals, we've got Jessica and Sophie.
Yeah, so Jessica Aslin, she's only 11 years old and she had the confidence to make the trip down. She trains out of CMBT and Phair-Tello Jiu-Jitsu.
She was doing lateral knee bars. I'm really shocked at her level of jiu-jitsu and I can't wait to see this fight.
Don't take anything away from Sophie. She had a dominant performance against Phair-Tello. She came away with the win and they both punched their ticket through to the finals here tonight.
So onto the plus 50 kilogram female division, Haifa Lynch. She's not 11, she's 10 years old, and she was amazing.
Yeah, see, it was funny because Alicia and Haifa have both actually been on Grapple Mania before. They met in their first match, and Alicia actually came away with the victory in that. But Haifa rallied and got 2 submissions in a subsequent 2 matches to end up in second place and punch her ticket through to the final. So we're going to see an amazing rematch here tonight.
Okay. Let's talk about the minus 60 kilogram male division. We've got Kevin Park versus Talhe. Kevin had a dominant run. He did some amazing jiu-jitsu, really strong bolo game. He had all subs. He actually beat Talhe in his first match. They're going to face off again for a rematch.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tahro rallied again. He came away with some wins in his second and third matches, but Kevin put on an absolute clinic with that armbar triangle sequence.
The plus 60 kilogram male division. The floors literally shook in grappling education when these boys walked in the door. These 15-year-olds are twice the size of me, and I consider myself a fairly big guy. Crazy thing is, but in the finals, it was literally like a David and Goliath situation. The smallest guys, Alejandro and Adam, they made it the whole way through the final, and they're going to be competing in the finals.
They showed that they've got grit, determination and heart. It's a bit of Gracie Barra on Gracie Barra crime that we're going to witness here tonight.
Any good athlete deserves to be able to have a meal like this every single day. Jiu-jitsu is a thankless sport, and we try to give all of our athletes money, but your donations and sponsorship will help as well. We've got a PayPal link. You can click on it here and sponsor all of our athletes, and let's get them the best picture of their life.
And we are live from sold-out Grappling Education Arena in beautiful Rockdale, Australia for Grapple Mania 18. Tonight we have 21 matches, all under the ADHD rule set. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the mat will be Asian Street Jesus, Winston Hong. Introducing first, a yellow belt guard puller. She stands at 5 foot 1 inches tall, weighing in at 49 kilos. Fighting out of high rollers by way of Roselle, Sophie Ruggiero. And her opponent, the yellow belt, wild style fighter. She's 42 kilos, fighting out of CMBT in Porto Balada by way of Dagestan, the natural born killer, Jessica Aslin.
Wow. Now, fellas, Jessica Aslin has specifically asked us to be nice to her in the commentary booth tonight.
Specifically.
So,
Wholesome Jessica is.
as we all know, we respect.
She does really look like she's from the Caucasus region, but pulled guard like someone who is not from the Caucasus region.
Only 11 years old, I believe, Jessica, which is pretty insane that she's already diving in on a leg. Do we know if heel hooks are legal in this match?
I'm not sure. Although I did see Jessica on her Instagram. She has an MMA background and she's bashing 15-year-old boys on her Instagram. So she definitely is tough.
That's insane. High Roll is known for having a very high-level kids theme.
That is true.
Right now, it looks like she's defending a low body lock pass.
She passes, it looks like.
Passes, but no points yet.
Still in the no points period. Looks like she's keeping control of the head, possibly going to use a front headlock to recover back to her feet, but right now looking for a quarter guard. We've got Sophie framing on the hips, trying to pass to a 3/4 mount here. However, her head is still down. Freeing her neck now. Let's see if she can twist the spine, free the foot for the guard pass.
Looks like she is. Yeah, she's in mount now. I hear a Brazilian coach. That's the most intimidating thing you can hear in a grappling match.
Now, Jessica on bottom seems a little flustered. She's definitely undersized in this match. And now she's fighting a triangle. This isn't the IBJJF. The head is going to be pulled to finish this one. She's got her hands connected underneath. And she's got a hook underneath.
Oh my
Devastating
God.
spinal lock.
This
Just
looks insane.
breaking all the IBJJF rules here. Look, when you give it the chance to do so, you have to do it. This looks like it could be tough.
Wow, this is impressive.
She's fighting through it. That's a lot of durability there.
Yeah, Jessica, she's definitely tough. Like I said, MMA background. She's not going to tap unless it's on.
Look, I've attempted to choke my fair share of kids, and it is difficult to connect your legs around their neck tightly. Very narrow necks. She's pulling on the head now. This is something she might not be used to
With the pit
due to the nature of the rules.
Oh,
she's hooked the leg now, creating a bit of an angle. I would like to see her continue to sweep to that left side in order to free up the hand. Right now she's got her hand trapped inside the triangle. That means there's no post available. If Sophie attempts to sweep to the left, she's going to get mount again, and that leaves a perfect opportunity to connect to the armbar. Still pulling on the head. We need to see Jessica framing on the hips a little bit better, trying to create space to slip her head out. No matter what, at this point, her neck is going to be sore tomorrow. There you go. The hand is free. She's creating an angle now.
This looks tight.
Covering the shoulder.
It is tight.
She's stepping over to alleviate a bit of pressure.
Nice.
Incredible resilience from the young athlete here. She looks like she's switching over to the arm.
Coach is yelling out loose, loose. I think there's a bit of breathing room there.
I would like to see her switch to the arm here. Let's see if Winston stops the match early or he waits for the tap at this point.
I mean, she's the insane amount of durability through this.
Oh, pulling on the head now, there's the tap.
Damn.
Sad to see it. You know, you always want the underdog to come out victorious, but it just seemed like the pressure from the high rollers athlete was a little bit too much for the young Jessica today.
Sophie, Ruggiero.
Great performance. Clinical.
Actually, just a terrifying thought to see such young athletes bust out such high-level jiu-jitsu.
I tapped 26 seconds into that match in my own head.
As did I. Next up, we have Talhe Kheir versus Kevin Park.
Here we go. Now, these boys did compete against each other last week, I believe, on the Mini Mania. Yes, I think they did. I think Kevin came up victorious.
Yeah, Kevin does look quite good.
Yes, I think it's going to be it's an interesting match. Talha's got an intensity about him.
Yeah.
So I think they're both going to come to give each other, you know, they're going to razz each other up. It's going to be interesting. Two boys that are going to go forward. What a beautiful night, boys.
Yeah.
It's great. You know, a lot of people said to me when they saw there was 3 white men on the commentary crew, they said, guys, you know, it's crazy, 3 white straight dudes. And I said, who are you calling straight, essentially?
Exactly, yeah.
How could they make that?
Look, all I can say is what better lineup could you ask for Grapple Mania Barely Legal Edition? 18th event for Grapple Mania. Who knew it was going to come this far? Drake was in the DMs for Grapple Mania 2 events ago, but has not successfully broken through yet.
Shout out to Drizzy. We know he was watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second match of the evening. Introducing first, a white belt. He stands at 5'3" tall, weighing in at 54 kilos, fighting out of high rollers by way of Bondi Junction. The 3-time national champion, Kevin K-Breaker Park.
Just pure focus. Stepping over the pit there from Kevin Park.
And his opponent, a yellow belt. He's a full-time guard puller. 5 feet tall, weighing in at 59 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of honor. 3-time wrestling state champion, Talhe, the Talisman of Kheir.
Wow, very different vibes here from the two athletes. We've got a bit more of a relaxed, laid-back approach from Talhe versus the stoic personality of Kevin here.
Kevin, here we go.
They're both going to bring in intensity, I'm sure.
Kevin pulls straight away, negating the wrestling of
Strong
Talhe.
song choice on right now. Soldiers of Allah is playing.
Fortunately, SWA, not just a wrestling gym. Let's see if we can see some Kannada-inspired jiu-jitsu here from Talhe.
Oh, Kevin looking active in his guard.
Talhe looking to wrap up a foot, it looks like. I wonder if he's going to threaten a leg lock from top position.
Maybe.
Ooh, Keymaster.
Still keeping a strong over. There you go.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh!
Immediately switching to a reap here.
Nice. Talhe.
Switching between a single leg X here. Seems like he can't decide if he wants to reap and attack.
Let's go
here.
with the Achilles to take a scoop.
Now
Goodness gracious, here we go.
Scooping while your opponent's leg is on the floor can prove dangerous because it does often open up the back take from top position.
Yes. Maybe he switches to an X guard and tries to sit up.
And as you see there, it was very hard for him to control the distance with that
That
scoop.
side here.
Knee bar, Talhe.
They might end up in 50-50 if he rolls through. And it looks like they're getting... Oh,
He's belly down now, let's go.
Looking for a bit of a watch. No? Yeah, a little bit of a 50-50 footwork, but he's ended up in a pass.
Kevin's up.
We need to see Talhe invert here to look for a backside 50-50, recovering his guard. But he's feeding in a Kimura grip. This is dangerous territory. Talhe needs to get his elbow to the mat ASAP.
Good intensity from both
Kevin's
guys.
doing a good job just consolidating the position.
Now, dorsal Kimura position's not one you want to be in. However, if they're similarly sized, Kevin might be better off switching to an armbar here. Oh, he's got the hand behind the back. He quickly loses it. However, he is going for a choke here. A bit of a leg scissor configuration.
Yeah, leg scissor. I thought it was a Yoko, but it's not.
We're going to need a bit more urgency here from Talhe. Now, triangling probably not the best bet when there's no one inside.
Come on top.
Talhe definitely struggling for air here. Doesn't quite look like he knows what to do, but staying resilient in the position. You can, I mean, possibly unconscious. I can't really tell.
No, he's good. Without the arms in. No, he's good. Without the arms in.
It looks like we're going to end up in a single leg turtle situation if he gets his head out. His head's going to come out soon.
Let's see if this fires him up or has taken the gas out of him.
His head's out now.
All right, he's going to try and move.
Talhe's up. Let's go.
Good intensity from both athletes. Close guard.
Kevin goes to close guard.
Insane intensity from the bottom athlete right now. Just seems to be attacking, attack after attack. We need to see a bit of a momentum shift if Talhe is going to cinch this match. Now, staying on the knees while you're in close guard shows that you're just tired, if anything. There's not much you can do from the top athlete here. He needs to find a way to stand up, stop the risk of the sweep, and then begin his passing. He's in a losing situation right now. The more time he is on his knees, the worse it's going to be for him.
Kevin trying to climb his legs up higher to attack arm bars and triangles here. Oh, he's cutting an angle here. Might look for an armbar.
Again, he's in a top lock scenario. The longer that Talhe stays down with his posture broken, the worse it's going to be for him. He needs to use this opportunity to build back to his feet as soon as possible. It seems like he's just trying to find his composure again. He was on the defensive for quite a while now. He needs to gather himself and begin to switch the momentum of the match with some attacks.
This is better here. Oh,
Kevin with a scoop.
Attempts like a flower sweep.
See, again, Kevin's just attacking after attacking, keeping that posture broken, looking for scoops to create angles.
Talhe's going to have to come up.
Again, he's staying very bent over. He's open for the armbar. If he stands up, he needs to go into a complete deadlift posture to eliminate the risk of any upper body attacks. Of course, there's going to be the risk of getting swept, but he needs to defend that if he's ever going to pass the guard. The longer he stays here, the more opportunities.
Kevin's looking to fish for a guillotine, but it's going to be tricky up against the pit wall.
Yeah. Climbing his legs higher.
Now, Freddie, at what point do we see a reset into the middle? The pit is an unusual thing.
I agree. I mean, Kevin is getting quite active from close guard, so I don't know if it warrants a reset, but...
Obviously, the unique nature of the pit, we want to utilize it, but at what point does it disrupt the continuity of the match?
I agree. This is a good question, though.
Yeah, there's no way through the guard like that, on your knees, working through it.
Unless you're Tito Carl. I've seen Tito Carl pass many close guards with some Palo pass, but it doesn't look like Talhe has that in his arsenal. I'd like to see him stand up.
Kevin's looking for a shoulder crunch.
Yeah, he's using that shoulder crunch to make Tahro follow his angle, which is allowing him to get that top lock over the shoulder.
This looks good now from Kevin.
A nice sweep.
He
bases on the pit.
Let's see if he switches off to an armbar here.
Looks like he's going to come on top. He's going to come on top. Nice by Kevin. Oh, he goes back to a close guard, maybe to attack a triangle here.
He hasn't got his...
Now, this is interesting. The pit is kind of impeding Tahro's ability to posture up here. Can't get his feet quite underneath him in order to stand up and defend.
He's going to have to, at some point he's going to have to just attempt to stand up and keep his head high.
Are we going to see another triangle, 2 matches in a row?
Again, it's the kids. They don't seem to have pulling on the head as an instinct in this division. So used to the IBJJF rule set where they're not allowed to. However, this is a perfect example where Kevin should be
now it looks tight.
He's cut the angle pretty well there. He's got it. He's going to come up to mount a triangle.
Inside the triangle right now, it's going to be hard to get the finish unless he covers that triangle, which now he is with that angle. This could be the beginning of the end, but again, some crazy durability and resilience for the young athlete.
He's got it.
Unfortunately, not quite enough.
What did he say? I can't hear you at all.
PayPal donation.
What?
PayPal donation.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Your winner by Mounted Triangle, Kevin Park.
That was a good performance by Kevin.
Now, one of my favorite things about this event is the vaguely illegal undertones. We're in a strange building, fighting for cash. Now, if you want to spice it up a little bit more, you can actually provide outside hits to support your athletes. Now, every athlete wants a sponsor, but why don't you make them fight for it? You can donate money on any match to where the winner will take all, raising the intensity and the stakes of the match. Personally, a very exciting concept. What do you think, fellas?
Yeah, so we have a link, a PayPal link on the screen right now that you guys can scan, and you guys can start sending money through so that the winning stakes for each match is higher and higher. If you guys want to put a hit on a specific athlete, if you guys want
What a phenomenal way to stitch up your mate.
Exactly.
So you could essentially pay someone to ragdoll your friend.
Exactly.
Personally, I would like to see some outside hits on the Brandon Bowser versus Connor Nelson match.
Okay, that seems like a good one to start off with.
Right now, I have Brandon Bowser sleeping on my couch. It would mean a lot if you guys can help get him out of there. Donate some money. We have Connor Nelson, an experienced buggy choker, for example. So more incentives to see an interesting submission.
Introducing first, the green belt wrestler. She stands at 5'3" inches tall, weighing at 53 kilos. Fighting out of Gracie Baja Bondi by way of Bondi. Presenting the podium winner on at the Green Worlds, Alicia Cupcake Phair-Tello. And her opponent, she's the yellow belt, top player, standing at 4 foot, 8 inches tall, weighing 60 kilos, fighting out of High Rollers by way of Napanua, Samoa. The greatest 10-year-old of all time, Haifa Lynch.
Another crazy matchup. Haifa Lynch. How old is Haifa Lynch? 10 versus, how old is Alicia? 16, I think?
Who knows?
15, 16. Insane. Heavy collar ties here.
Now, interesting. Haifa, from all accounts, is a strong athlete, and she looks super confident out there. Even though that girl is 4 to 6 years her senior, she's matching the intensity just fine.
Tahro from High Rollers, as Josh was saying before, super high-level kids team.
I think Haifa spent a bit of time at Sydney Wrestling Academy as well, so she definitely has that stand-up base.
Oh, Alicia's using the pit pretty well there. Nice snap down. She looks like she's going to fish for, maybe roll through for an anaconda, if she can get it.
Yeah, Haifa needs to keep her elbow quite flared here and hopefully look for some sort of elbow pass. I'd like to see her left hand come up to the elbow in order to free her ear and possibly reverse with a sucker drag. Interesting, she goes for a sit out, but didn't really have control over the elbow, so Alicia was able to keep her grip tight.
Alicia's done a good job of just kind of bringing that elbow in.
Yeah, Alicia's trying to break her down to a turtle, but it's proving difficult.
Absolute tree trunks on the 10-year-old that are preventing that.
Maybe she goes for a cradle here, see her cutting to an angle.
Yeah, proving difficult. Haifa's got a good...
She's getting that arm further and further across the neck, though. So at some point, she would be wise to switch to a rear naked choke style grip in order to finish the anaconda. She can't roll her, but if she starts to sit her down, she could. There we go.
Oh, two hooks in. Bang.
Nice.
Alicia's now looks like it's going to be a bit of a hand fight.
She can start threatening the neck or going into power halves to break her down. She flattens her out, but loses a hook while doing it.
Phenomenal accomplishment for Haifa to be, you know, here to win away onto the show, essentially being a 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl competing against...
Beating 15-year-olds.
Oh, man, insane.
You know, I've been teaching a lot of private classes to some of the higher level kids in Sydney, and it's actually shocking to see how good they are. It's like some of these kids are brown belt level in a 10-year-old's physique. It's kind of scary.
The next generation is definitely coming fast.
Now, if you're Haifa, what do you look to do here? What's your first step, Josh?
She needs to first pull her knees underneath her body if she's going to have any chance of turning and facing Alicia. It's going to be very hard to clear the elbow line to lose that back exposure with the posture she's in now.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of pressure on her. I'd like to see Alicia start threatening the neck more.
Looks like she might be switching over to an armbar here, potentially. Or just trying to flatten her out and take mount. How far away are we from the points period?
I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we can't see the time or the scoreboard. Maybe we will get that changed. But Haifa coming back to her knees now.
Freddie's having cracks in his own production.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she definitely needs to, at this point, defending the back is not working. She's not escaping here. She needs
that is a horrific position to be in.
Almost on the back.
What do you even call that?
I don't know.
My goodness. That's a position you could only put a child in. There's no way an adult would not have tapped before.
Yeah, see, this is actually better for both athletes. It didn't seem like Alicia was able to get much going, but Haifa definitely needed this to happen if she has any chance of recovering her guard or ending up on top.
Nice. She might look for an armbar here, possibly, or a back take with the gift wrap. Looks like she's looking for the gift wrap.
Super tips and outside hits. That's what we're talking. Super chats. Where's Zach aiming at? That's what I want to know. People, pay your way. We will talk about you.
Escape.
Oh, my goodness.
She's going to get out here. She needs to step over the head. And it looks like...
gets the tap, gets the tap.
Is that a tap?
I swear that was a tap.
Oh, is it still going though?
I thought I saw it.
Now she's dropping her chest into that top leg to alleviate pressure. I thought I saw a tap personally.
I saw a tap as well. I don't know what's going on.
It's still going on.
Oh my goodness.
These kids are tough as nails. Oh my God. I definitely thought I saw a tap.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to get a replay of that.
It looks like the elbow line might be... I don't even know. Oh my God, what toughness.
Insane.
From Alicia keeping the pressure on though. She is resilient. My God.
Climbing onto this single leg. Let's see if she can reverse the tempo of the match. But again, defending her back.
Nice.
What does this do psychologically as the older athlete? If you're throwing everything you got at a 10-year-old girl and she is just staying resilient.
Yeah, the toughness is unreal.
Going out of bounds here. We're going to see a
Winston
reset.
stops the action, moves him into the middle.
Man, I would really like to see a replay on that armbar. That was insane.
3 points on the board.
So definitely well into the points period now. Starting in a tight body triangle here. Oh, and immediately turning out, trying to get
put her elbows
on
the mat, her shoulders on the mat, I should say.
Alicia's doing a good job of controlling that top shoulder, though, keeping it on her chest, not allowing Haifa to get her elbow to the mat. We need to start to see Haifa get her knee behind that hook behind her leg if she has any chance of separating the body triangle. There's only two things you can do here. You can either create a turning escape where you spin out of this, or you can separate the feet and escape the body triangle.
Looks like she's trying to get her shoulders to the mat by clearing the arm. She switches sides.
Now, ADHD rules are hand over the mouth smothers legal, and would a 16-year-old girl think to do that?
It's crazy. One of the thoughts I had before in the first match was we were talking about a backside heel hook, and we're talking about an 11-year-old girl.
Yeah, it's actually nuts.
Yeah, that is true.
Look, Alicia showed a massive level of composure. Hasn't got frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, she seems to be pretty content. She keeps threatening.
Now, of course, the instinct is to stay safe on the back and try and work the submissions here, but Alicia had a lot of success in the scramble. She was catching arms, she was catching shoulders.
Yeah.
If she wants to finish this match, I would say her best bet is to create movement. Haifa is a very compact individual. It's going to be hard to get under the neck.
She's fighting her out here again. Maybe she can get... Haifa is so tough, man. Alicia doing a good job.
There we go, hand over the mouth smother there, trying to get the neck exposure.
Maybe she lifts the jaw and punches to a strangle here.
Some more points on the board.
Absolutely insane that Haifa's mum was able to get a microphone into the building herself.
Oh, it looks like she might switch to a juju here. Oh, is that the same arm from before? I don't even know, but it looks like it.
There we go.
Goodness.
She's spinning out of this.
Haifa trying to step over the head again.
The arm is extended.
Oh my God.
Saved by the bell there.
Very impressive, Alicia, and very, very kudos to Haifa for soldiering through that.
Yeah. What absolute resilience we're seeing for these young athletes. It's a win in itself, like earning the respect of everyone watching at home. They've given up however many years of experience. But there's no loser in that match. That was incredibly impressive as Haifa embraces possibly her mum.
Unreal.
Win or lose, you walk off that mat knowing exactly where you are. Respect the process.
We are back. What a match. Alicia comes out on top. We're moving on to our next match, which is going to be the last of the Mini Mania winners. It's going to be Alejandro Mino versus Adam Moisey. Excited for this match. Both guys winning off of the Mini Mania.
Beautiful.
So far, all the kids have just been unreal.
They've won their way on. They're here to perform, essentially.
What weight class is this? Is the
over 60.
Over
kids.
60.
Yes.
Okay.
It's essentially the weight class I'd like to compete against most.
Yeah.
It's really a battle of who hit puberty first.
Really?
It's different for all of us. For me, about 18. For these kids, 12.
I don't think mine's hit yet. I'm waiting for it. Excited for this match coming up. These kids, I'm looking at them right now. They look bigger than me at the ripe age of 16
Oh, yeah.
years old.
No, that's a rest round for Freddie right there. He would immediately sit to the wall and go, not this one,
not
bud.
this one, but maybe in 10 years when I'm on gear.
Yeah.
Both guys, I think they're from Gracie Baja. Yes, they are.
Phenomenal. Well, it's going to be a Gracie Baja showdown.
Exactly.
So this is the beauty of Grapple Mania. Normally these kids would be paying $80 each to compete in a comp net. Now they're competing for cash that they own themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. This is match number 4. Introducing first, a blue belt. He's a wrestler standing 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighing in at 70 kilos, fighting out of Gracie Baja, Newcastle by way of Warners Bay. Presenting the New South Wales, Queensland, and Victoria State champion, Adam Moisey. And his opponent, a blue belt wrestler. He stands at 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighing in at 70 kilos, fighting out of Gracie Baja, West Ride by way of West Ride, the grappling industry's gold medalist, Alejandro, the Mino.
Here we go.
Big response for Alejandro here. He's got a lot of love in this.
A lot of love in the crowd for Alejandro. Oh, straight away.
Wow. Strong
Fighting for the head position.
These boys look
These boys are ready to go.
Leading with the head.
They're protecting the shield.
Find your position with your head. Your head driving back. Please, that's it. Control that inside position, Aiden. Control that inside position. I need your head.
Bit of hand fighting going on here.
Keep your legs tight. Keep hand fighting, opening up that inside squat.
I think we're going to have to see the crowd move around a little bit for this. I think
These boys
either
are moving.
athlete has no hesitation to charge through.
A small child, bang.
Good that the kids, the nice bendy, brittle ones are up front.
Smart
That can
decision by the parent.
Sustain the most damage.
Yeah, I like having the half pit.
Oh, up on the pin.
Right, almost.
Oh, jumps close guard. Oh, is that?
That is completely legal as long as it doesn't break someone's
Goodness gracious. Adam Jones somewhere is having nightmares about someone jumping close guard.
Yes, displaying more athleticism than I've ever seen in my life.
Now looking to control the posture here. It would be interesting to see if he switches off to a body lock and tries to wrestle here. But putting him on the
pit
cage wall, that's going to alleviate some of the weight that he's going to have to burden.
Winston resets them.
He says, pause, boys. We're moving.
Yeah.
Good reset here. Let's see if the athlete on top can get to his feet to open the close guard and push the action.
Mabruk Eid. Mo Deef is now in the building wearing his
Mashallah to Mo. A crazy outfit from my brother Mo Deif. No real change so far. We're still in this on knees, closed guard type situation.
So the battle here really is if the bottom athlete can keep the top athlete's hands off of him, he has a much higher chance of attacking. What the top athlete needs to do is use those frames that he has to get to his feet straight away. The longer he stays here, the more opportunities the bottom player has to attack.
Agreed.
And you'll see this as a theme of the night. Anytime you see someone on top in close guard on their knees, there's nothing being achieved except buying time and defending. So if you're watching at home, you need to build that skill of getting up to your feet, defending the sweep, and then you're going to be in a great passing situation. Got a bit of a pinch headlock going on here. We can see this turn into potentially a shoulder crunch or some sort of back take, but instead he uses the posture to make an attachment to the legs. He's got his hands quite deep underneath.
Nice, K guard.
To an inverted K guard.
Bit of a triangle opportunity there, but top athlete manages to posture out. Looks like he's looking for a standing leg lock on a very taped
Kheir terror lock.
Arshy position here. Tries to put in a short hook, maybe off balancing.
Oh, they're both. It's a battle.
Here.
Just send
Might
it.
see if one of them can get weight into his leg and defend the ankle lock, but I think they're just going to sit here and send it on each other.
Right now, I say the athlete that has the frame on the knee is at a bit of an advantage here. He's controlling the angle. You can see he's bringing his opponent to an outside hip, which is giving him a lot more potential to bridge into that footlock.
Yeah.
The other athlete opting for a elbow-to-elbow grip here, a little bit Levi Jones-Leary style. But yeah, both athletes in a neutral ashy position. Both convinced they have a tighter footlock.
But both guys don't look
or a bendier ankle, essentially.
Both are kind of at the mid-calf. They don't really have a great bite on either leg. I doubt if we see a finish in this position.
I'm certain the Gracie Barra athlete has a better grip on the situation.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, he lets go of the neutral ashy now, and an outside ashy. He could get leg drag here if he gets his shoelaces to the mat.
Looks like the bottom athlete's doing a good job of framing with his inside knee.
Yeah. He's starting to get his shoelaces to the mat, though. This is not good.
Just got to keep his heel hidden there. You don't want the top athlete to fall back on an inside heel hook. That's one of the most devastating positions for that to happen in. But now he's getting his laces to the floor, almost in a leg drag situation. We just need to see him clear that knee line, and then he can start passing the guard.
He gets the Achilles back, starting off balancing to his left. Doing a good job of maintaining top position. Oh, he rolls through, but he loses it. He looks like he's going to end up in north-south. Scramble to turtle. Front headlock. Is he going to sit on the guillotine here? We've seen him jump post guard once.
The boys are going.
Sit out there.
Alejandro, very.
Putting his opponent's forehead to the mat.
Here we go. The 10-second call was echoed. The boys are ready. Alejandro's fighting for that head position. Digging for an underhook. Oh, and he takes him down.
Oh, beautiful rat drop.
Here we go.
In a
triangle.
He sits to his butt, throws his legs over. Oh, no, he doesn't.
2 is the call from...
No slam, please. Where's he walking?
Where's he walking to?
Oh, my God.
He's tapped. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Insane action here tonight at Grapple Mania.
I don't think anyone even saw it. I don't know what's happened.
Phenomenal.
Have they called it? Is it a sub? I don't even know.
Excellent.
So,
Whoa. Alejandro trying to say he didn't tap to the
He said,
triangle.
I think we saw the tap, boys. What do you reckon?
Hard to say. I think he was trying to say that he tapped for the outer bounce to get reset.
I definitely saw a tap. It's just whether or not it happened within the time limit of the match or not.
But
Essentially.
Winston's made his call. Alex Moisey gets the win here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a disagreement here. The referee is speaking to the athletes.
All right, guys, welcome to Grapple Mania 18. Our undercard is brought to you by Haruri Chickens. All right, guys, welcome to the prelims of Grapple Mania 18. Next up on the card, we've got Elliot Belshaw versus Tyler Zane. Elliot's from Garage Bondi, and Tyler's from Aruda, Adelaide. Then we've got Sophia Littlejohn versus Melissa Duncan, GB Pimble versus Essence. And then we've got Connor Fitzpatrick versus Harrison Dry. It's Movement versus Aruda.
And after that, we have Brandon Bowser, purple belt from Kumite, versus Connor Nelson, who's from Adelaide, so I'm excited to see that. We have Tahro Clements versus Keegan Jones.
We've got Aiden Lambert out of Integrated Combat Center coming up against Samuel Ortiz.
Got Jayden Rutherford versus Peter Campbell, combined 300 kilos on the mat. It's going to be an earthquake of a match. Moving on, we got Muhammad Kazi versus Kuni Nunez. Muhammad Kazi, SWA, been on the show a bunch of times, and Kui, he's a 15-time state champion.
Jun Kim, obviously been on the card a bunch of times versus Corey, another guy from out of state. He's from Perth, so he's coming to look to take Jun out.
Iosha Clements coming up against Matilda Reid. Now, Matilda Reid is the triangle assassin, has the first ever triangle finish at Grapple Mania. I'm excited for that one.
Finishing up, we've got Ben Moses, a phenom in our gym, versus Flynn May, who may beat him.
Can you try and go?
Introducing first, a blue belt leg dragger. He stands at 5'6" tall, weighing in at 64 kilos. Fighting out of a Ruda team by way of Adelaide, presenting a 3-time South Australia State champion, Tyler, the Short King, Zane. And his opponent, a blue belt guard puller. He stands at 5'7" tall, weighing in at 64 kilos. Fighting out of Garage Bondi by way of Middlesbrough, presenting the Sydney Spring Cup champion, Elliot Twinkmeister Belshaw.
Did I hear that right, boys? Elliot Twink Master?
Yes. We've got a Short King versus a Twink Master.
Goodness
Sounds like
gracious.
they both have something to prove.
Let's go. And are you really a Short King unless you have a tall Queen, is my question.
Immediate leg drag from the self-proclaimed leg dragger.
Oh. All the way from Adelaide and straight into business.
But again, we're in the no points period. Both athletes are able to take risks here.
Back in close guard now.
Gun for the submission.
It's the theme of the night. Oh, here we go. This man knows what he's doing.
Oh,
exactly.
Straight up.
Threading through to a backside position. They're in 50-50
Oh, he's looking
now.
for his own inside heel hook. The Short King resets the position and into a leg drag again.
Nice
Bang.
leg drag again, wow.
That's one of the advantages of being a Short King. Easy to free your knee line.
He's looking to deal with that frame.
Little concerning how easily he got past the leg drag there.
He just, yeah, he said.
Blew by it twice.
Cool, thanks
quite
for that.
fast.
Now, I've got to apologize to Tyler Zane. I ignored a DM from him. Rather not ignored, but missed it. Asking to visit Kumite Jiu-Jitsu.
There's a lot of people in those DMs. Josh,
Tyler Zane, you're always welcome to drop into Kumite Jiu-Jitsu.
Tyler Zane's the least of, it gets the least amount of attention in your DMs, no doubt.
Yeah, and I can't blame him, to be honest.
If he was just a couple inches taller, you know, but
Going to it outside action with a
We
scoop,
could
this
all
be
use
dangerous.
an
Going
extra
through the
couple of
saddle
inches.
entry here. Looks like he's going to end up in saddle.
He is.
all right. Doesn't have the second leg though. It is
Freezes
able
knee
to go
line.
for a bolo here. However, he didn't capture the knee line of his opponent, but he's now in a short hook Ashi situation.
Outside Ashi again here.
Tyler's just doing a good job putting his foot on the mat.
Yeah,
Using
getting
the
way
wall for
into his
balance,
leg.
this is very smart here. It pretty much makes it so his opponent can only off-balance him in one direction, which is very predictable. So he can obviously adjust his weight accordingly, but
This is very tiring for the bottom position here. He's trying to off-balance constantly outside Ashi. Zane doing a good job of trying to suck his leg to the mat.
yeah, bottom athlete here is posting on the hip, so he's relatively safe from the leg drag right now.
Yeah, it's
but
a good frame. Oh, he
now
passed the
he's
leg
cleared.
outside now. Back steps out of, and now he passes. Beautiful back step.
Yeah, some beautiful passing from Tyler
Yeah.
on display.
Good understanding of how to clear the leg entanglements.
And a strong knee on belly, something you don't see too often.
In
Knee on belly, a
no-gi
great
especially.
position to open up. You can attack the arms. You can create a bit of back exposure here with pressure. But yeah, Tyler Zane needs to be aware of that wall. And
Oh, armbar here! Oh! Good utilization of the wall.
yeah, good. He was able to lift his hips there by walking on the wall, and that created the armbar. But
Wow. Nice
quickly
berry.
stuffed by Tyler.
Yeah, it is something you don't see a lot in no-gi. Someone going to a knee on belly position.
Yeah, some people have the fear of kind of getting knee bumped to a backside 50-50 situation when doing that, but it is something that I think has a place in no-gi.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure from top here, but he's keeping a very, very low stance here, which makes it a lot harder to spin inside. But again, he climbs that wall looking for an armbar. Now the space is starting to open up for him to spin inside. But
Nice. Zane staying in front of the hips here. Might switch to a thigh drag.
good head position
Nice.
from the passer.
Yeah,
Passes to
bang,
mount.
straight to mount. He's wrapped it up. He might look to go to a smother.
Starting to bring the arms up above the head, though. Very systematic approach, you might say, to the mount.
Nice.
One of the worst positions you can be in from bottom when both your elbows are above your head. But he's done a good job of freeing his elbow and coming back to a frame on the hips. Now entering the points period. Let's see if Zane comes up with a good strategy using the mount to get points, potentially stepping off to a knee on belly.
Use an inside bicep tie to try to get an underhook, and he does.
And just a reminder, guys, while we're here, remember you can put outside hits on whoever you'd like. Yes. You can stitch your mates up. You can pay to see people get hurt, essentially.
We all know how much more exhilarating it is when you're watching the UFC. You chuck on sports bet a little bit, see what the odds are.
Essentially, we're advocating for gambling.
Exactly,
and we're saying it's a cornerstone. We are paying the athletes, we're saying have a punt, boys. Have some fun.
Come on, get it going. We all know you can. Geronimo, oh!
Goodness, what an entry!
Saddle entry here, passes the leg across. Outside heel hook. Let's see if he can free his knee line on the roll. Oh, but he loses.
The leg's a bit straight here, very hard to finish the heel hook once the leg is straight.
Beautiful saddle entry though, he was getting offensive there. Wow, nice footwork from the top player here.
All right, we're in a situation where the guard player has finally brought a bit of balance back.
I'm quite impressed with Tyler's passing here,
Tyler's passing, yeah, it's proving to be a bit much.
Great outside passing, good head position. Oh, triangle
to a high guard straight away.
Triangle here. Oh, but his head slips
Switching
out.
to a belly down arm, but that arm is extended.
That arm.
Here we go.
He doesn't have great control over the shoulder.
Step over the head. Oh, beautiful jiu-jitsu. Wow.
Phenomenal.
Scrambly. Elliot actually has moments where he gets very, very dangerous, but Tyler's passing is proving.
Right. I think Elliot's shooting from the hip.
Is it at all possible that he's creating these scrambles, allowing Talhe to get a little bit deeper past his guard to create these attacking opportunities?
50-50 here, or it's outside actually.
He's going to have to look to create a bit more pressure there, maybe hamstring curl in if he can.
Talhe needs to start heisting his hip up or lifting the hip of his opponent here to slip his heel and create a bit of back exposure. Especially with that pit wall there, he can jam his opponent's neck right up into the wall as he defends this outside heel hook.
This is better for Tyler now. Controlling the head of his opponent, this is very tiring for the bottom player.
Zane has had some deep submission attempts.
He has,
Sorry, not Zane. Elliot has had some deep submission attempts. The Twink Master is exactly the name I was looking for.
Yeah, again, not the ideal position to expose the heel when you're on this hip.
Sits to almost like a reverse half guard situation here.
And into a knee cut straight away. Let's see if he can slip his shoulder inside. And he does, but however, again, that late stage guard retention is proving to be effective by the bottom player here.
Oh, nice.
That arm seems a little bit exposed. We might see a bit of a coil here, although he pulls his arm out now. The arm seems safe. He'd be wise to re-attack into the legs here. Bit of a backside 50-50 situation being created.
Nice job pinning the bottom leg by Talhe here. They might end up in like a reverse close guard. Or 50-50 it looks like here. Oh, he comes on top.
This is where someone like Tyler's just like you're dealing with the pit and never experienced. It's a unique thing. It can really hinder you.
Oh, backside situation here for. Oh, he's in here on an entry. We're going to see a back step.
No, I think he's going to free the knee line.
No real room for him to backstep here, so it's going to be interesting to see how time expires.
Phenomenal match. The boys came to scrap. Yeah. Great. The crowd's calling for 2 more minutes.
By referee's decision, Tyler, the Short King.
Wow. Short King gets it done.
He does. I hope he's going home to his tall queen immediately.
Tyler had just positional dominance really the whole match.
Phenomenal. Now, it's a good opportunity for us to talk about the bounty system, so we're going to get Freddie to help us out with that.
Yeah, so the bounty system, basically the way it works is the more matches you win on Grapple Mania, the more points you get towards the money that you can win.
The money you get paid.
Exactly.
So you win matches, you get paid more.
And if you win via
it's
sub,
a simple economy.
you get even more. So Jude Keen, he has a bunch of subs. You'll be able to see it now now on the
Here we go.
screen. Jude Kheir, the more subs you get, the more points you get, the more money you can win when you have a
Unbelievable.
match.
Jude, so how much does Jude win if he wins tonight?
Jude, I'm $600, I think.
$600.
$600.
And that's excluding any outside hits.
That's excluding outside hits.
Wow,
People
phenomenal.
can put outside hits to make that prize money even higher, like we have in the main event. Tito and his opponent have put outside hits so that we have a total of $3,000 on the
Possibly
line.
some of the best street cred you could have in this sport. To have a bounty on your head
And
and
win.
still not be able to get matches.
Unbelievable.
Exactly.
Unreal.
Yeah, Jude, speaking of outside hits, a couple of outside bomb hits.
I'm sure. Some argue it's a performance enhancer. From Jude's performance in previous matches, I'd agree.
Yeah, 100%. Jude,
Ladies and gentlemen, your sixth match of the evening. Introducing first, the purple belt. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 60 kilograms, fighting out of Essence BJJ by way of Perth, Western Australia, presenting the Pan-Pac champion and mother of 2, Melissa, come to Mama Duncan.
Sorry, what was that last name?
come to Mama.
Come to Mama Duncan.
Josh immediately following on Instagram.
Guard playing wrestler. She stands at 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 60 kilos, fighting out of Gracie Maha Pimble by way of Kheir, the grappling industry champion. She's a Big Fitzgerald lookalike, Sophia Littlejohn.
Here we go. Here we go. Now I think this is our first athlete from Perth. Is that correct? It's competing from Essence BJJ. They've sent quite a crew over.
I think actually one of the kids was from Perth.
Okay.
But you are right. Sophia, she competed on... Oh, she sits back into a leg lock. Reverse Aoki here. She's ripping it.
Not wasting any time. We've got another leg lock shootout straight away.
Looks like she has a decent bite, to be honest.
Looking for what's known as a wodge lock or a reverse Aoki.
Oh.
Are we in a double wodge
Miranda
battle?
looking for her own, but I don't think she has a good bite.
Well, she lets go of her own footlock to defend the one that she's in.
Outside Ashley now. Sending the footlock, try to get the feet on the hips here to get a better bridge.
Let's see if the athlete in red can slip her knee line out and start attacking an inside heel hook instead. That's obviously going to create a much bigger threat than just a footlock.
Oh,
there
she's
she goes.
trying
She
to
starts
dig the
digging for that
inside heel.
Oh, she's starting to
This looks
eat it a
pretty
little
good
bit.
here.
I think
There she goes. She's
looking.
heisting. She's lifting that hip.
Yeah.
She's
Nice
managing
job.
to get back to her feet. If she can plant that foot on the mat, she's relatively safe in the interim. However, that short hook comes in, which is going to allow her to displace her opponent's weight. Super high intensity at the start of this match.
That's
Clearing the
right.
entanglement. Miranda did a good job getting weight back into her leg and clearing the entanglement there. Now, I see this a lot happening in women's matches, jumping on front headlock from half guard. This is a common thing, especially in women's matches. I don't know why I see this a lot. They just love to use this front headlock, I guess, to get past the knee shield at
That
half guard.
seems like a general statement, Freddie. I
Yeah,
would
mate.
never say something like that about women's matches in jiu-jitsu. But essentially, that's my game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to advocate for it
okay.
every day of the week.
I see. You're slightly biased here, and I'm
That's
sorry
it.
for touching a nerve there.
Look, hard to play a psychological warfare game in a jiu-jitsu match, but jumping on someone's head is a great way to get close to their mind.
Exactly. Pummeling in a butterfly hook here, Sophia. Maybe she'll use this to off-balance her or enter her own.
Look,
like,
she's
like
actually got
under
a, yeah,
the-
that's what I was
she's
going to
under the
say.
neck,
She's under the neck, and she's got a bit of a squeeze, it looks like.
That butterfly hook, though, is going to make it really difficult to compress the
Oh,
chin to the
Oh,
chest.
but now
But
she's
switching off
in,
immediately.
and it looks like she's got a nice arm in guillotine, but
The
Sophia
head
looks
is
like...
is freed now.
Yeah, it looks like
That's
it's cleared,
right.
to be
And
honest.
at this point, you got to kind of got to give up on the front headlock from there, I think.
Looking for almost like a rubber guard situation here before pummeling back into butterfly hooks.
Nice, Sophia has a body lock here. Let's see if she tries to sprawl off one of the hooks.
Yeah, you like to see Melissa look to maybe heist, get up, build a little bit of height, and then you can kind of re-attack
Extend
the
her
head.
away, yep.
She needs to hit a bit of a forward shift here. She needs to get the weight off of her heels. See, this is a little bit better. She's got extensions. She's got separation between her heels and her butt, so that's going to allow her to create a bit more leverage. But A good job by the passer here to just pin her heels to her butt again.
Melissa looks like she's fishing for that neck again.
Sophia doing a good job of keeping it. She steps off the hook now into like a shin pin sort of position here, trying to step over the knee.
The only thing is the hips are a bit square here. She needs to offset to one side and pin a hip if she has any luck of beating that knee line, forcing either a half guard or completing the bodylock pass.
Looks like the foot's in the middle now, so she's more likely to end up in a half guard situation if she steps over that knee.
This can be good for the passer. If she can use that half guard to drag the knee away from the chest of the guard player, she has a much better chance of beating that knee line and then just going into a half guard passing system.
Miranda might try to pull out that leg and get to a close guard.
Melissa, damn it, Freddie. Damn it, Freddie. She's a mother of two.
You're right. I have to do my job better. Melissa, best option for here is possibly try to get to a close guard if she can.
What's she looking for? Some rubber guard?
Maybe,
type contraption.
Look, she shoved the leg across her hips, which is quite good, but I want to see her sprawling out more, pinning the hips in order to beat that knee line.
Sophie, it looks like she's outside of the legs here now.
There we go.
Melissa
just manages to recover bar, but falling back on a footlock.
Again.
Oh, she really has a game plan to attack this
to
leg.
an outside hook.
Oh, outside heel.
Mutual Ashi, she has her own. Both athletes sending it at each other. Oh my God.
Unreal. Technique is largely out the window here, and we're just seeing pure grit trying to kill each other.
Melissa digging for an inside heel hook here. Oh, she gets this inside heel hook. This might be danger.
She doesn't quite have good purchase on the toes, though.
Nice. She slips her heel here.
Well, again, going for that Wodge lock. She's belly down now. This is where it's the most devastating, though. What she needs to do is flare the knee of the other athlete.
And
there we go.
Belly down.
This is about the best angle you can get for it.
Oh, and now Sophia on her own reverse Aoki.
This is insane. This is just
a lot of pressure here. Looks like there was a bit of a grimace on the face.
She's going to
back
come.
to outside
Looks like she's going to try and come
sending
up.
it again. I don't think we're going to see either
she
athlete.
Should be trying to.
She's slipping in
there
here
we go. She's
now
up
she's
it.
on her back. Oh. That is the weakness of the outside Ashley leg entanglement.
The crowd is being told, move back.
That's the first time we've seen that counter to the outside Ashley used quite well, and now she's in a great passing situation.
Sophia's doing a pretty good job of trying to get a knee or something inside to kind of lock any sort of guard up rather than just giving up her back.
See, right now, everything's in alignment for the bottom player. That's going to make it really difficult to further the pass. We want to see the passer here twist the spine of the bottom player in order to free her foot. She needs to misalign the hips and shoulders, flatten those shoulders out. She's going to have a much better chance of freeing her foot from the core
Back on the front
back on that
here.
front headlock.
She uses it to
go to
possibly
mount,
free
I think.
her leg and get to a mounted position. They love this front headlock from half.
Melissa's got an underhook. Like she could maybe look to go to like a waiter sweep. Or, sorry, John Wayne sweep, I should say.
Before she just
Bang,
comes
here
up.
we go.
And back into butterfly. We saw that exact sequence earlier in the match.
Let's see if she can adjust her approach now from the pass in order to actually complete this a bit quicker. Unhappy about the reset.
Sophia gets 2 points there for
the sweep, I suppose.
So it's 2-0 now with 1:20 left.
Just doing a hand.
Sophia also has a body lock here, so she's in quite a good position to win this match.
Look, Sophia looks like a little bit more tired in this situation.
She has bailed on a lot of those ankle lock attempts earlier in the match. Melissa gets a foot on the hip. This is good as a body lock.
Melissa seems really fired up here. She's making a lot of movement. She seems like there's a bit of urgency here to win this match. Not too much to the front headlock now, although she's cinching it a bit deeper. She's getting her hands connected underneath the chin.
Sophia doing a good job fighting the hands. Nice, she steps over the knee here. This is a little bit better.
There you go, captured the knee line on the right side. Let's see if she can keep that to free her head and begin passing the half guard. This is a good place for the top player.
Sets a nice strong crossface, turning her chin away.
What she needs to do here is turn the bottom player's hips away in order to free her knee.
Steps over
Almost
to Mino.
Just got done for her.
Looks like it's going to be points for Sophia. I think she's going to take this match. 30
Here we
seconds
go.
left.
This is a pretty definitive
Smother.
position to end this match.
She's looking for the smother here. She's in a nice high mount here, really hard for the bottom player to do much. Maybe she could slide up into an S mount here.
10 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be hard to make anything happen at this point, but she has made it pretty decisive for the result of the match, in my opinion.
No, wow. Impressive.
Wow, every match so far, start to finish, a great combination of technical ability, but also just grit, aggression, resilience.
Yep.
Winner of the longest straight ankle lock shootout in the history of Jiu-Jitsu, Sophia Littlejohn.
Great match from the ladies.
No, very, very, very impressive. They both showed some glimpses of high-level technique and grit and determination. Yeah, absolutely.
My ankles would have exploded many a minute ago.
This pretty much tonight has made me realize I tap so many times,
So easy,
and I would never let my leg get put in that position.
I'm definitely weak-minded compared to some of these athletes. Even the kids have shown me out.
Absolutely. Shout out to Grapple Education for putting all this on.
Yes, Grapple Education hosting this event.
Beautiful gym.
Yeah, the gym is looking great. The event is looking great. People are now starting to come in as we get more and up the card. And now the next match is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight of the evening. Introducing first, the blue belt. He's a technical spaz. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 80 kilos, fighting out of Aruba, BJJ by way of Adelaide. The multiple-time Synergy Pro Gold medalist with a 70% submission rate, the groundskeeper, Harrison Drive. And his opponent, a blue belt, a leg lock blocking leprechaun, standing at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 84 kilos, fighting out of movement martial arts by way of Dublin, Ireland. He's an Irish champion, the Banshee, Fitzpatrick.
That's an intense entry into the pit.
Connor bringing a intense, and
He's ready to
just
go.
a pull guard, but that
Boom.
isn't necessarily a negative on his part. I have trained with Connor before. He does have an intensity about him. The guy looks locked in, coming with bad intentions. Nice job getting him supine with the ankle pick here. Looking for a false read, but he's going to get knee on belly pass, it looks like. Connor needs to invert whenever his bottom leg gets cleared like that.
Good matching of head height from the passer here.
Connor using 2-on-1s to try and get an attachment to pull him into a guard, although doing a good job of circling outside of his legs.
Ooh, connecting thigh drag after thigh drag here.
And goes through to like a backside situation, but it looks like the knee line's free. He's trying to pull it back in.
Super scrambly. This is what happens in a match where there's a crowd watching. There's a lot of instability, a lot of not being able to control your base.
Yeah, Harrison's doing a good job here. He hasn't been sort of stagnant in any of those positions. He keeps moving and trying to reset back to here. It looks like he's looking for maybe some sort of a leg drag that he can get into.
Oh, outside actually with an Achilles grip here.
What was that? A bit of a tap thing going on again.
I think I just saw it again.
The ankle
he seems like he might have a pre-existing injury there, because that was not a lot of pressure on the ankle.
Connor sends the ankle lock. It did look a little bit high on the calf, but still gets the tap.
Very unusual, possibly like a little bit of a panic, maybe a preemptive tap. It didn't look like there was a ton of pressure there.
Your winner by leg lock, Connor Fitzpatrick.
Nice, Connor drumming his way to victory there.
Yeah, and a good Irish boy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Kelly black belt and the owner of Grappling Education. We've recently created the beginner program. What is a beginner program? Well, it's a program that's tailored for people that have never done jiu-jitsu before. We've spent months working on it, and we've come up with the perfect 6-month program. In this program, you'll learn 13 basic positions of jiu-jitsu. Each position goes for 2 weeks, and at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be in a position where if you go into one of our advanced classes, you'll need no more knowledge than that. Each week, we post all the techniques you'll be doing for the week on a handy app, with videos as well so that you can review technique for the week. After 3 months, we take a picture of you, denoting your first stripe, and it goes up on our Polaroid wall. This program's just for no-gi, so your stripe will go on the Polaroid picture, and this is how we denote where you are in the program. After 6 months, you'll get your second stripe. Awesome, Matt, that's for you. That's kind of cool.
Guys, we are back here at Grappling Education.
What a phenomenal night it's been so far.
It's been a great night. Let's shout out some of our sponsors. We got Haruri Chicken down in Kogarah, one of the best chicken shops.
Beautiful.
I recommend their triple chicken burger. It is unreal.
And the chippies are delicious.
The chippies are delicious. You're actually right. The seasoning on those things is absolutely unbelievable. We've got many more matches to come here. I believe Josh is going to have to leave us shortly to go and coach one of his athletes.
Yeah, again, I got Brandon Bowser fighting Connor Nelson. Now, perfect time to put an outside hit. Get him off my couch, for the love of God.
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 8th match evening. Introducing first, a purple belt. He's a top player. He stands at 6 feet, no inches. Weighing in at 77 kilos, fighting out of Kumite by way of Brisbane, Brandon Baz Bowser.
Yeah, the Bowser.
What is going on?
Johnny
the commentary crew.
Josh has left, and finally I can take the place as the most handsome man on the panel, with Josh also finally gone that prick.
My God.
Essentially, I called you both ugly, and that's okay.
And I have to agree, Talhe. Your looks far precede mine.
Here we go,
Josh
boys.
has left, and he's instantly in his shades, looking ready.
He looks ready to go. We got Connors up from Adelaide against B. Bowser.
Yes.
Brandon training out of Kumite under Ari and Josh. I expect high-level jiu-jitsu from this man.
Yeah, I've trained with Brandon a few times before. He's very good. He's very quick with it. He's a very technical guy.
Connor, they say, is the buggy master.
Yes, he doesn't mind a buggy.
Connor doing a good job of getting connections. Oh, he rolls through for a Kimura. Beautiful rolling Kimura from Connor.
It looks like he's going to take the back
Looks
from
like
there.
he might take the back if he starts coming up.
Oh, almost a crucifix
now. Crucifix.
Here we go.
He could start sitting up and attacking Kimuras, or start sitting up and taking the back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the action at home and you are entertained, feel free to super tip, super chat, or even better yet, donate to the athletes via the PayPal link. All the money, less the PayPal fees, will go to them.
Where's Zach Amon at? Has he been chatting up? Has he been chatting yet?
Shout out to Zach Amon. He's actually put $40 on one of the matches here tonight.
Nice back take.
He must have had a win on the pokies.
Body triangle here.
Strong back position.
Like to see Brandon start threatening the neck here. Winning the hand fight, threatening the neck, getting top hand position. Looks like he might attack a shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he is.
Yeah, it looks like he is. He can start attacking this shoulder lock here. When people start putting their elbow higher than their head, they can start attacking the shoulder here.
It's a tough position for Connor to be in because he can't really put his shoulders on the mat, and he's not going to be able to break that triangle at the moment.
Connor trapping the triangle between his legs, not really the best thing that he wants to be doing here. This is a little bit better. Opens up the body triangle, but
Brandon,
he relocks it on the top side
to
here.
the other side phenomenally well.
Guys, I've got to give a shout out to Janice Ling Ling, still overseas, but she had a hand in putting a few of the matches together here tonight. So if you are enjoying the show, you should thank her for her matchmaking capabilities as well.
International matchmaker.
Brandon should be looking to try and get top hand position on that hand puncher strangle here, and now he can go back to his high system that he was trying earlier. It's going to be a little bit hard to get the shoulder here.
Connor doing such a good job of keeping that arm so tight.
Brandon's just gone for the Rotolo team. Just says, don't worry about it. I'll keep your arm in there and
to
choke.
Double unders.
I'm just happy Josh is no longer sitting next to me.
Josh, yeah, I agree. I'll look severely diminished when he's around
us. We might not let him back on.
Yeah. Josh is calling for a smother here. I think it's a good call. Connor being quite defensive on the back, trying to keep his hands in play here.
It's a tough angle for the commentators right now. The boys are right up in the pit.
Yeah, I'm standing up to get a better
Freddie's
look.
going to get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Looks like he's managed to get it.
But not really.
Bit of a back control clinic by Brandon Belshaw at the moment.
He's trying to heist, but it's a little bit hard when you don't have an elbow prop. He's trying to attack the shoulder lock again. This is a little bit better because his hand is actually behind his head now.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
Painful.
That's going to be tough.
Half Nelson. He's given up on it.
Double unders. Brandon needs to start grabbing the top hand position. He goes for the Rotolo routine again here.
It's just hard. He's got to get his hand behind.
Short choke almost. Oh, he's going on the underside though. Tough angle for us here.
Points. Do you think Brandon will look to disengage his triangle and get his hooks out and put them back in, or you think he's just going to fight for the submission here? No worry about points whatsoever.
I think he's going to just keep chasing the submission. He might change tactics if it gets to the
get a
later
little bit
stages.
further in. Yeah. His back maintenance is very good. Characteristic of those boys at Kumite. Oh, he's looking for...
Connor doing a good job of staying there. Oh, it looks like it's locked up here.
Yeah,
It's locked up here. He finally punched the strangle across the head. He needs to row his
Connor's
elbow.
doing his best.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Connor, tough as they come.
Brandon just gives up on it there.
Trying to leverage off the pit. It's not an easy position to be in.
Looks like he didn't actually lock the strangle behind the head. It was tough to see from the angle.
Brandon's now getting closer and closer. Strong hand fight here.
Like to see Connor start trying to win the hand fight a little bit and go into turning escapes.
I think it's, as I said, it's a tough position for Connor to be in because Brandon's doing a really good job keeping his shoulders off the mat.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he's getting no breathing room with the leg triangles. Just being able to swap from side to side as he does manage to kind of put it on.
Oh, he's trying to use that ankle lock from the back here.
Yeah, framing on the head to stop the pressure of the ankle lock coming on. This is a good strategy by Brandon.
Definitely.
Josh is just reminding Winston that he should get points because he's put his hooks in.
High ball ride now.
High ball ride. Oh, looks like the bottom hook's out, and now he's still chest to back, but there's no hooks. Now they're in a turtle position. He regains one of the hooks. Both hooks back out again.
2 minutes left, no points. You got this.
Nice job. But looks like they're back in a high ball ride here.
Beautiful heisting there from Brandon Bowser to secure the top position again on the back. Oh, rolling through.
Dives on like... Looks like Connor's going to come on top here. Oh, no, he's got...
No, Brandon's doing a phenomenal job. He's maintaining posture.
Here. Looks like he could be slipping up a little bit. Oh, no, he regains the back.
And he gets
wow.
points.
That was great control from Brandon. He did look like he was losing it a little bit there.
Power half.
Oh, maybe he's... Nice. Brandon doing a good job of keeping hip height, following the far hip. Power half, trying to break him down here. Both hooks are out again, though.
That's it, but he's still got a good control.
Brandon just doing a good job of staying behind the elbows.
Just staying right there.
Staying behind the elbows the whole time.
And this is a real grind.
Really good back retention.
Back on the body triangle.
Really, really, really good back retention by Brandon. Oh, yeah.
So Brandon's up 6 points.
Brandon trying to threaten the neck again.
He's going for that.
Again, trying to go for this Rotolo team, but it doesn't look like much is on, to be honest.
Oh. Cutting across the face. It's not a pleasant position to be in.
Crazy level of just durability and willingness to not tap, stay in this position for Connor.
Yeah, Brandon trying to get the submission, but Connor just doing a good job staying defensive.
Yeah, we've got about 20 seconds left in the match. Brandon's done a really good job.
Now that it looks like it's across the neck a little bit better here. 20 seconds left though. I think Brandon's realizes that he's just going to win the decision here. He kind of let him roll over to the close guard.
There we go. Great showing.
Clinical.
really technical jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
that we're seeing there.
absolutely.
You know, that back control.
No surprises, training with Ari and Josh.
Yeah,
Winston
Josh
just got
gets hit.
Falcon.
Josh hits Winston in the back of the head with his sunglasses. I think that was on purpose. There's a grin on Josh's face.
I'm getting. There we go. With those glasses, I'm getting Levi Jones Leary vibes.
Yeah, great jiu-jitsu by Brandon.
Phenomenal.
Good display of back retention.
Good job, boys.
Great to see these guys coming up from Adelaide to compete on the show, and a big thank you to Team Maruda coming up here, putting it on display at Grapple Mania.
Yeah.
Have you boys been having a good night?
We're having a great night.
Fantastic
Great,
night. Every
great
match
night.
gets better and better. I'm super excited for when we start getting to those last 6 matches of the night.
We've
Those
got
are
some
absolutely stacked.
some banger matches as far as Australian Jiu-Jitsu goes, and some cash to be made.
Some cash to be made.
Some
especially in the
serious
main
cash to be
event.
made. And the main event, a bet match,
Yes.
1,000, and Grapple Mania said,
Kicked
we'll
in at
throw
Exactly.
$1,000 in.
That's it.
What a generous man you are, Johnny
Exactly.
Apes.
Exactly. Tito Carl's just about to go down to Melbourne to compete in the CGI, so we got to give him
CJI. Everyone says
my
CGI.
God.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ,
So,
my
and-
Gen Z mind.
Hold on, we're about to get
about to get
cut to
underway
the next
again.
match.
Ladies and gentlemen, match 9. Introducing first, a purple belt. He's a beach sambo specialist. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 96 kilos. Fighting out of beachside jiu-jitsu by way of Adelaide, presenting the purple belt national champion, Keegan Jones.
Here we go.
And his opponent, a purple belt fighting out of Essence Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is the Nogi State champion, Tahro Clements.
Here we go. So this is a man from Adelaide versus a man from Perth, it appears. Fighting in New South Wales, phenomenal.
Both athletes
Which
have
one's
come down.
which?
So Perth is the jacked-looking unit.
What's his name?
We'll just call him jacked-looking unit.
Jack
Yeah.
Dude.
Tahro,
So
I
Jack's
think
unit.
Tahro. Yeah.
Tahro, exactly. Josh back on commentary.
He's got the rig that I imagine myself to have, essentially.
Yes.
And the red guy is imagine what I actually have. No offense, my man. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, a bit of hand fighting going on, trading collar ties.
They're getting
Both
awfully close
guys
to
look
the
quite
camera.
strong. Obviously, the Jack dude is a little more jacked, but doesn't look
The
like
jack
he's
dude is a little.
doesn't look like he's bullying the other athlete by any means.
No, Keegan's ready to go. Keegan says, he's got that dad bod strength. You can just tell
Yeah,
already.
look, Keegan's pushing forward. I don't know if Jack dude's trying to set up a throw or if he's actually just getting out-powered here. But
Maybe, dare I say it, out-muscled?
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. Our vocabulary is very, very high level on this commentary set.
I know Winston is trying to stay out of the action, but he's firmly in my line of sight. I'm gonna have to have words with him.
Be careful, Kheir is not messing around tonight.
just a word of warning for the infant children that are in the front row. There's about 200 kilos being moved around at an aggressive pace right now.
Keegan doing
And
a
the
good job.
lights have come on. What a song. All of the lights.
All of the lights.
And the lights came on.
Exactly.
Sensational.
Quite ironic.
Both people a bit cagey here. Just hand fighting going on. No one's really trying to commit to any shot or anything right now. Whether or not it's a feeling out process or they're both just nervous of what the other person's capable with.
Tahro trying to hit a little inside trip.
Little inside trip there, but didn't really amount to much. Could just be testing the waters.
They got an underhook each right now, and they're trying to fight it. Yeah, that's right.
See, in these situations, this is where the pit would come in handy. If I was Keegan, I'd be pushing Jack guy up against that pit.
Oh, slide by here. Beautiful.
He's behind the elbows.
Oh, tries.
Cement
catcher.
mixer by Keegan.
Nice.
Keegan's.
Sits him down with the cow catcher or cement mixer, whatever you like to call it. Now he's in a strong side control position. Crossface underhook. Pushes the lady's bag out of the way. How disrespectful.
Yeah, no, that's a powerful move. Halfway through a match says, get rid of your accessory.
Yes.
It's in my way.
See, now with the invention of weight classes, it's very hard. It's not often you see the smaller guy in jiu-jitsu beat the bigger guy, but it is refreshing to see an average-looking bloke just dominate a match against a jacked dude.
Man.
Spoken by an actual jack dude.
Yes.
So,
It's giving me and Charlie motivation.
As I said, I'm happy Josh Alsop is here because it just means he's not at home with my wife.
Yes. Now in a chest-to-chest half guard situation with an over back grip. Jacked guy might look to start building up into octopus situations.
Yeah, that seems like that's what his goal is. He needs to build up to that left.
Keegan's doing a good job.
Sits him back down with the crossface.
Yeah, Jack dude with a Kosoto hook, but his shoulders are pinned to the mat. He's not going to be able to do much with that. He
needs to on the knee to try and freeze knee line.
I think I heard them say that Keegan, Redman, has a bit of a Sambo background. I don't know if that was in jest.
Wow, I would have loved to see him come out with the traditional Sambo kit.
That would have been really impressive.
Winston resets them in like a reverse half guard situation.
Tahro's looking to his corner for a bit of advice. Not a bad corner. He's got a Del Ferrino there.
Fornarino, yeah.
Fornarino, Ferrino.
Same thing.
You know, English is not my first language. Thanks for pointing that out, Freddie.
Oh, sorry. Neither is it mine, but it's okay.
Both guys kind of not really sure what to do next, it looks like. I mean, Keenan seems like he knows he wants to free that knee line, but doesn't really have a clear strategy on how to do it. And it just seems Jack Dude's kind of holding on for dear life right now. No clear direction on how he's going to recover and switch the tempo of the match. Hits a big bridge, though, but doesn't get him far. I actually quite like the idea that he was presenting before, which was that octopus. He had a strong Kosoto hook, but just doesn't. Ooh, nice back step there, bit of a long step.
Oh, does a good job keeping his weight on top.
Yeah, Keegan's doing a good job, just kind of maintaining
good baits.
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't really looked to kind of even be off balance, even with a couple of the little scrambles and the big hip bumps.
Nice.
And now he looks like he's going to attack a head and arm.
Yeah, the arm isn't exactly elevated above the head. He sort of just has this 10-finger crossface here, which can be strong, I guess. Can be strong at pinning the shoulders to the mat, which can allow him to start passing the half guard here with an instep.
See, now if you feel like this match hasn't quite matched the tempo of previous matches, that is a good incentive for you to provide some outside hits.
That's right.
We want to see blood. We want to see chaos. And no better way to do that than to dangle some cash in the face of some broke-ass jiu-jitsu athletes.
So they say money is a great motivator.
You know, you're watching this for free at home, free on YouTube. Why not chuck $10 to make an athlete?
Did you hear Zach Amon put $40 in?
That's $10 that athlete can take to my mother's cousin and get a slice of pizza.
It's true, my mother's cousin, phenomenal slice of pizza. And insane chicken wings.
Yes, agreed. Oh, I love that you said that.
From a pizza joint, you think chicken wings. My goodness.
My goodness.
Now,
I agree completely.
pro piece of advice here. My mother's cousin, great. MMC Slice Shop, just on a next level.
No. It's all phenomenal.
It's all phenomenal. Incredible.
So Tahro's looking to kind of...
Dagestani. Classic Sambo style leg ride with a Dagestani.
Keegan's top pressures is pretty impressive, actually.
He's not leaving any room to breathe.
Tahro does not look like an easy man to hold down by any means, and he's really kind of consolidated every position, and there hasn't really looked to be a situation where Tahro is, he's had an out of.
Exactly.
There we go. Good job. Trying to drag him to a hip here. There's a lot of space for him to throw hooks in, though. I wouldn't. Oh, he opts to go to his back here. I don't know if that was a good play. So he just has to build back to that turtle position. I don't see the point of going to your back if you're just going to build back to turtle.
Keegan in a good riding position. Maybe this is just like a strong part of his game. He likes to sit here, weigh on people.
He's got a strong handcuff here, so I'd like to see him take his left arm to a claw grip and try and flatten him out.
Now he's looking for hooks.
Instead, hooks come in.
Possibly a power half going to come in soon as well. Drags him back down to the mat.
And straight back to the same position.
Now, if you feel like you could do a better job than these gentlemen, why not compete yourself? You can register to compete at Grapple Mania. Just go to the Instagram, find a link, submit a form, and you too could be doing jiu-jitsu in front of these lads.
Absolutely.
Being talked crap about by the three of us here.
Exactly. Super fight. at a nice arena with a lot of fans, music playing. You get some smoke when you come out. It is a good vibe.
See, I'd like to see Keegan go to a chair sit here. If he's not able to flatten him out and put the shoulders on the mat, a chair sit back take would be the play.
Yeah, and he's on the head and arm now. I know previously he didn't have the arm, although Tahro's doing a good job just keeping it posted above his head. But he's by rolling that way, he's just gonna open up Keegan to be able to kind of go towards his back, I think.
Keegan is really
Opting
good.
for an
armbar here. Arms extended.
Reverse hitchhiker.
Time. Ref calls time. Keegan.
What a performance by Keegan.
Yeah, dominated.
Truly embraced the Sambo style and got it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of points is Kiki Bear.
Kiki Bear. He does it.
See, maybe a little less time working on the traps and a little more time working on Kimura traps. What do you think, fellas?
I have to agree.
Absolutely boomed
We
him
gave
also.
Keegan a little bit of crap at the start of this match, comparing him to Jack's guy over there, but he proved us wrong.
Well, there's hope for us. Essentially, there is hope for
There's
us.
hope. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Keegan proving that technique overrides all.
But if Tahro is feeling a bit upset, I just reckon he should open up Tinder.
Yeah,
and I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. He checks his DMs later tonight. I'm sure
He'll be sweet.
he'll have a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Actually not happy that this bloke's in town for however long. It's really, it's doing me damage.
It's taking away from Josh's opportunity here.
It's been a slow weekend. Now I know why.
Exactly.
Josh is the second most handsome white jack guy now.
Ladies and gentlemen, match 10. Introducing first, a purple belt. He's an overtime player. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 80 kilos, fighting out of Integrated Combat Center by way of Hurstville. He was the winner of the Most Improved Award in year 6. Aiden Lambert.
What an accolade.
See, most improved. He's a smart man. You set the bar low early, and then anything beyond that is just achievable.
Just a shocking increment of increase.
Standing at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 76 kilos, fighting out of Louisville Combat Academy by way of Perth. The Saturday morning open mat world champion, Samuel Ortiz.
Sam.
Not too familiar with the second athlete to come out, but I have seen Aiden compete a few times.
Yeah.
Crazy athleticism. He moves very, very well for his weight. Narrowly lost the close match against Supreme Jun Kim in the last Grapple Mania.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to say. That's where I've seen him before.
Jun is a very, very hard guard to pass, very offensive from bottom, and he actually had some quite good moments. So I'm excited to see what Aiden can bring to this match.
Let's get a cartwheel count on the screen. How many cartwheels Aiden hits in this match? Because I guarantee you, if the other player sits the guard, it's going to be more than one.
You know, you can have a punt too. Maybe throw a few dollars on it. We'll yell cartwheel out really loud.
If you're at home, good time to take a shot too.
Yeah.
Attempted slide by. Punches and underhook.
I'm sure Aiden's glad to have the opportunity to showcase his wrestling in this match. Last time it was very much just a passing situation, didn't get to show off his stand-up. And he's looking for a Russian 2-on-1 here. Good head position by the other athlete. Kind of stops him getting that angle there. Oh, aggression.
Samuel doesn't look like a rookie on the feet either. He's doing a good job getting to strong hand fighting positions, punching underhooks, slide-bys.
Threatening with a post there to get under the elbows, but didn't really do anything with it. Just testing it out, seeing the reaction. Again, back on that 2-on-1 position. Just doesn't quite have the head position there. His head's on the wrong side. We could see potential fireman's carries from there.
Oh, underhook now. Possibly looking for an Uchi.
Oh! Answers right back in return. Bit of a judo game here from Samuel.
Oh, nice arm drag.
Beautiful arm drag.
To get to rear body lock. Let's see if he goes for a mat return. He
Lifts
does.
him up.
Mat
Big
return.
drop, immediately throwing in hooks. And
hooks.
perfect time to try and get under the chin.
Yeah.
Wow, very impressive.
Can't see from this angle where the arm is across the neck. I think Aiden's doing a good job hand fighting.
Aiden's doing a good job. But he manages to
Oh, no,
slip it in. I think it's on.
He punched a strangle on the bottom side. I think it's going to be over here.
Yeah, Samuel's got it locked up pretty good. He just needs to start rotating. Aiden's stopping the rotation of that elbow, though. I haven't quite seen that,
And he gets attacked.
just not
Phenomenal.
enough.
Phenomenal.
The shirt comes
Well
Here we
done
go.
from
The shirt's
Samuel
off. Goodness
Ortiz.
gracious. Keegan. Oh. Crazy. Samuel, take your shirt off and hug the man. Are you serious right now?
This is the moment that the last athlete wish he had right here.
Sam, very impressive
Very
performance.
impressive. Aiden is no slouch, and he really brought it to him that match. That arm drag to the rear body lock was beautiful.
Yeah, high level stuff.
Oh, good
job.
Good job to Samuel Ortiz. Bad luck to Aiden Lambert, but Aiden, please pick up the rash guard that you still have waiting for you at Kumite Jiu-Jitsu. I've been holding on to it for months.
Essential. Now a little word from our sponsors.
Yes, humble ad coming in.
Win or lose, you walk off that mat knowing exactly where you are. Respect the process.
Who?
Jayden.
Talk about that.
11. Introducing first, the blue belt. Cover your ears, kid. He's the bullshit submission specialist. He stands at 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 115 kilos. Fighting out of pros martial arts by way of Brisbane. He's big in Brisbane, Peter Campbell.
Yeah.
Wow, big in Brisbane and big on the mats today. Look at the
Goodness,
size
watch your
of that
head,
bloke.
watch your head. What a unit. This is why weight classes exist, people.
Playing submission hunter, standing at 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 115 kilos, fighting out of iconic jiu-jitsu by way of Central Coast. Presenting the 4-0 at Subversion, Jayden.
Watch the head.
Big
Wow.
Jayden.
See now, both athletes very big, but again, we have quite a difference in muscle insertion here.
We do.
Jayden presenting some serious genetics.
If you're a parent and you've left your kid in the front row, I'm calling docs.
Yeah. These men, this is like a combined 300 kilos.
No, honestly, what do you reckon they weigh, these boys? 130?
140. I think Jayden's looking 140 almost.
Absolute units.
Yeah,
Here we go.
half a ton being thrown around on the mats here at Grapple Mania.
Jayden, what he looks like 6'6".
Look, I've got a bit of a bone to pick with Jayden. For a while there, we had an air bike Tabata record.
Challenge.
Oh, right into the mats. We had a challenge. I was holding the record at 88 calories for
Burnt.
a while. Lucas Canada was approaching, but never quite got there. And then this fella busted out 100 plus.
100 plus?
100 plus calories on the ski
Busting
erg.
out 100 plus. That's impressive.
Very
Personally,
impressive.
I still think if your score is less than what you weigh, I don't know if
Big
it
collar
counts, but you know.
Unbelievable.
Jayden.
You know, I'm pretty sure Lucas Counard said anyone who got over 90 was allowed to train at SWA for free for a month.
Well, good thing that Jayden is up north and not anywhere in Sydney, because I am so glad that guy's not on the mats with me when I visit.
No, goodness gracious.
Big men coming towards us now.
Oh,
Nice
strong
underhook from
underhook
Jayden.
running through the
Oh,
crowd.
beautiful. Oh,
using the
Beautiful
using
throw.
the wall.
Get your kids
Jayden
out. Bang. Big
Jayden,
return. Here we
Notorious
go.
for his rear body lock return. In a Kezagatami position now. Oh,
Where's
looking for a
Tito
bit of a
Carl?
mother's milk.
Tito Carl Kellogg Sodi special here.
We need to see Peter slip his elbow out. His right elbow
He's
there
got
needs to
that
get to the
Kessa.
mat.
Big
It looks
man.
tight though. It looks like we might see a tap.
You need to stop his back going backwards.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
and
got
he
it.
gets it.
Phenomenal.
That is a big man to have in Kezagatami.
When do you reckon the last time the other guy got Kessed was? Because there's no unit that's doing that to him
I
up
don't
there.
believe there's anyone who's there's no one in Australia other than Jayden that can get that done. Maybe Sophia.
Phenomenal.
Wow, incredible. Jayden's still pretty green to the sport. I remember refereeing his matches back when he was a white belt.
What's his background? Footy player?
Captain America.
Captain.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I see. He just looks like a 160 kilo version of Josh Alsop, to be honest. The guy is massive.
Hey guys, my name's Kellock black belt and the owner of Grappling Education. We've recently created the beginner program. What is a beginner program? Well, it's a program that's tailored for people that have never done jiu-jitsu before. We've spent months working on it and we've come up with the perfect 6-month program. In this program, you'll learn 13 basic positions of jiu-jitsu. Each position goes for 2 weeks, and at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be in a position where if you go into one of our advanced classes, you'll need no more knowledge than that. Each week, we post all the techniques that you'll be doing for the week on a handy app with videos as well so that you can review technique for the week. After 3 months, we take a picture of you denoting your first stripe and it goes up on our Polaroid wall. This program's just for no-gi, so your stripe will go on the Polaroid picture and this is how we denote where you are in the program. After 6 months, you'll get your second stripe. Awesome, Matt, that's for you. That's kind of cool.
This is wrong. Yeah, we're here. This is wrong, but it's okay.
Oh, Matilda, that's my athlete. See you later.
See ya, Josh. That's not Muhammad Ghazi. We've lost Josh.
Big girl style. She's there with 5 foot 6 inches tall, weighing in at 66 kilos. Fighting out of Essence from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by way of Australia. The Pan Blue Belt champion, Iosha. Big girl Clements.
Here we go. Here we go. Another gal from Perth.
Yeah.
Boys,
Josh Alsop in the corner of Matilda.
I'm excited by this one. You know, Matilda's been on an absolute tear of triangle-style submissions. Her last outing with the triangle.
Yes.
2 thumbs up from Johnny Apps on the triangle. $130 on the line.
130. Johnny Apps does love the triangle.
Single leg by Matilda. Looks like she's going to run it to the mat. She does. Matilda looking like she's going to get the takedown here.
But no points.
No points. Yeah, the wall is only there to allow the continuous play. And we're not even in the points period, boys.
Nice. Matilda needs the base on top. She does. She's going to end up on top here. Nice. She stays on the body lock. Oh my God, she runs up the wall. Matilda's still on the double.
Yeah, just bring her straight down. Beautiful.
And now she's in this lace legs position, Khabib style.
Strong leg lace. She's extended those legs away.
Oh, Matilda looks like she's going to get reversed here. She does get reversed to bottom position.
That's why you use the wall to your advantage. It'll help.
She's in a bottom half guard situation here. Looks like top player has a really good crossface set.
It looks like she's going straight to mount.
Strong phenomenal. On top. Yeah, she's got the arms underneath now.
Beautiful transition to mount. One arm elevated above the head. Looking for the second arm.
Is it Iosha? I think she's doing a pretty good job of just maintaining control there.
She's looked strong so far,
yeah,
definitely.
That's right.
That pass was, the moment it got to she got in top position, she's looked great.
That's right. Yeah, she's looking to kind of bring both of Tilly's arms up over her head. I think maybe look to go to some sort of a smother. And doing a good job just making sure.
Oh, looks like she's going to get on the back
now.
She's looking for this gift wrap. Matilda's elbows passing her center line.
Now trying to work the other arm up. Strong top game here from Iosha Clements. Spider walking those hands.
Yeah, she's got that. But up against the wall, it does present a bit of a challenge because I guess maybe Tilly has trained at the wall before or competed in it. But Iosha, this would be a new thing for her. So, you know, sometimes you go up, you kind of bring people up and into it, and you don't realize it gives them a little bit of an edge to kind of sort of off-balance you or be able to use their own legs to climb up it.
Yeah, it's tough work here. You know, Tildy's trying to do her best to reclaim a leg, try and get maybe back to a 3/4 mount here. But big pressure from Iosha Clements on top.
Pressure.
Pulls her up, trying to get to the back.
But she couldn't catch the far hip, and Matilda's going to end up back in her guard.
Tilly
Matilda pulls out her bottom leg,
right.
so she's going to sweep her.
Sweep.
Sits her down, but she comes back up. Good base on top.
Close guard here from Matilda. This is where she loves to work, though. You can see her immediately.
She's looking for the triangle,
Yeah,
isn't
looking
she?
for those high legs.
Really good base on top of Iosha to come back on top. She looks like she's going to be a hard girl to sit down and control. Matilda controlling the hands.
Oh, nice off-balancing here from Matilda Reid.
Matilda attaching to a shin-on-shin position. She pulled herself into like a reverse De La Riva. Reverse De La Riva from Matilda. She looks to invert through, kiss to the dragon style.
Oh,
crab ride.
the back here. Got the crab ride.
Oh, attaches to the hips. 50-50.
50-50. Here we go.
Both girls in 50-50 now, trying to separate the feet. Whoever separates the feet first has an advantage. Matilda having to be wary of her feet here, trying to get them relocked.
Oh, looks like she's jumped on that heel. Oh.
Can't see if Matilda's knee line is free yet or not, though.
No, she's pushed it across. Knee line looks like it's starting to slip, but she's still trying to chase the bite on that heel.
Still in 50-50.
Oh, big kick.
Kicks off of her. That was a good inversion from Matilda, good offensive sequence, but no points came of it.
And points are on now.
Matilda going back to seated guard here. Slight change of style, grabs the hands, tries to pull her down.
Nice, Matilda pulling herself into a De La Riva situation here.
Yeah, nice guard retention.
Nice, trying to find a way to the back again. Close guard from Matilda now.
Yeah, under skips the leg.
She might start inverting her knee here and go into a K guard situation.
Body triangle, close guard, body triangle here.
Yeah.
I've been commenting a lot that you typically only see this close guard body triangle in female matches just due to the length of the legs and the size of the body shape.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
I reckon if I tried to do that, I'd blow out my MCL.
Yeah. Matilda tries to shoot up a triangle.
Oh, she's up.
She's high.
Another triangle.
And goes back. Good job. Yeah, that's
top.
right. Basing back down, keeping her head high up.
Her base.
Not allowing that
She does
connection
such a
to be
good
made.
job at plugging those hips in.
Exactly. Matilda has an offensive guard, but Iosha doing just a good job of staying on top, keeping her hands in the way.
She's not really progressing from this position, though. She's probably going to have to look to stand up. Yeah, that's right,
agreed.
to kind of open up her legs and probably try and do it before she goes to a triangle.
It's like she heard you guys.
She's listening
Back
to...
sweep for Matilda, it looks like. Leandro low start. But it looks like she's going to end up in a knee cut position, yeah. Single leg X.
Single leg. Oh, wow.
Oh, this kid. Oh my God, Matilda
Now, is that
forcing her way on
points
top.
for a sweep or no?
She has to watch her heel. The knee line looks like it's slipping. The knee line looks like it's slipping. Matilda back steps. Looks like she's going to be on it. Nice by Matilda. Matilda on a body lock here.
Not happy to settle in bottom position, but it looks like Whitson will call a break as they reset.
Call a break.
Matilda just said, I'm getting up. She was in a single leg. The other opponent was in a single leg. She just started standing up.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's one way to bust your way out of a footlock.
Matilda on top now.
Big exertion from both of these athletes here.
Still no points. No, there's no points.
No points, but a minute 10 left. Matilda on a body lock here. She looks to step over that knee. 2
so
points to
Winston
Matilda.
he issues points.
Yes. Close guard.
So Matilda's up.
Matilda's up too. She's holding on to this body lock from close guard. You can't really obviously do much from here. She probably needs to start standing up, but maybe she's just trying to
Ride
reserve
it
some
out.
time.
Yeah, right. It. Ride it out with 2 points ahead. If she knows Josh Alsop in a corner, I'm sure he'll let her know.
Well, she's pummeled that butterfly hook in. That might actually work to Matilda's favour here. Yeah,
Oh!
she cartwheels over the top.
Oh, she's going to end up on top here, north-south.
Wow.
Wow.
Matilda basing well, staying heavy on the hips. Nice. Thigh drag.
Phenomenal.
Thigh drag, bearing in north-south here. She might have to go for another thigh drag.
About 30 seconds left. Gee, I really thought Iosha was going to take her back there.
Yeah, almost. Looked like the hooks were starting to come in, but Matilda stays on top. Matilda behind.
On the back.
Two
Jumps.
hooks. Oh.
Wow. One hook in and that's the end of the match.
There you go.
What a match.
Strong finish to the end there
Wow.
by Matilda.
What heart by
Crazy
Matilda. She
stuff.
pushed through. She was going through some adversity earlier
Yeah.
in the match and she just pushed through.
Yeah,
Just goes to show anything can happen.
that's right. Look, they both had their moments in the match.
Exactly,
It kind of went backwards and forwards, but I think Tilly won. Obviously got the points and had a good showing for sure.
So guys, upcoming match on this card, we have the mystery match against Serena Guzman. Sorry, no. Who's the match?
Oh, well, look, guys, you're going to have to...
It's a
You're
mystery
obviously
match.
watching
What are
the
you
stream
talking
already.
about?
It's a mystery match.
It's a
How
mystery
does that
match.
work?
We do have some royalty in the house.
Royalty?
Might involve some royalty.
So you're saying that...
Sam, I have a better question for you. Can you tell me what Jacob Driscoll's record as a coach tonight is?
Look, guys, I'm not going to get into any of that.
Mo
Shout
Dave,
out
why
to
don't you
Jacob.
tell
I'm really
me?
proud
Mo Dave, why don't you tell the boys?
Mo Deep on the stream trying to create some mischief with Jacob Driscoll. But we do have a mystery match coming up
We do have a
tonight.
mystery match.
Johnny Apps.
So what you're saying is they should be tuning in.
They should be
because
tuning
there
in.
might be something crazy that's about to
look,
happen.
Yes.
Grapple Mania has been on an amazing journey these last couple of years. And like one of the things that Kheir and I always talk about is just like how crazy it is that we have all these people that want to come and compete on the show.
And people that fly from interstate, that do, internationally even, there has been people that have flown in to compete. What a phenomenal situation.
So to see that level of jiu-jitsu here in the local scene, we're just trying to do something for the scene, and it's really great to see the community rally around us. So, you guys are going to be rewarded with something special here tonight.
Something special tonight,
You're going to witness
okay.
something special.
Well, I'm ready. I'm excited. I know nothing about this, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. We have a great card coming up, and now that we're starting to get into the latter half of the card, every match from here on out
we've got
is
some
super high-level match.
So I was going to say, we've got some high-level athletes. This is sort of a who's who of the grappling scene locally, but also some people that have come from interstate that are phenomenal athletes.
Guys, just think of some of the names. Mystery match aside, you've got Gay Sunita, Miranda Pierce here in the house, Jude, Sandro. Like, the action is going to be...
Dominic Unamuna. There's a lot of high-level matches, and next coming up is Muhammad Kazi. Excited for this up-and-coming match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Introducing first, he's a purple belt under Burak Salman. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in 70 kilos. Fighting out of SWA, he's the best wrestler in SWA, Muhammad Kazi.
They call him the SK.
The submission king.
The submission king. Is it because he gets submitted, or is it because he does the submission?
He lines everyone up and gets tapped by all of them.
Favela-style fighter. Stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 70 kilos, fighting out of SSBJJ by way of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The Australian national champion,
Kawhi Nunes. Little Coringa in the house, looking to put on a show.
Here we go.
Representing Brazil.
SK's had a few performances the last couple of Grapple Mania.
Yeah, he's showcased a really wide range of skills.
Massive. Yeah.
From guard pulling all the way through to scrimmage wrestling, I should say.
Yeah, back attacks. Oh, Muhammad. I've talked about this guy a lot.
And he pulls.
One
Bang.
of my favorite guys to watch. Pulls guard this match, looking to scoop the far leg. Looks like he's trying to enter that far leg, but the top player's doing a good job of basing well on that leg, keeping weight on his leg.
But SK's doing a good job just maintaining a little bit of upper body connection too, and pummeling his legs back inside.
Nice.
No problem inverting. He'll probably look to go to the Keymaster. He likes to play that game.
Yeah, he's in it right now. Let's see what he does from here. He has a scoop on the far leg, although his hands aren't connected. His opponent doing a good job of controlling that top leg in the Keymaster. This is quite a good move for him. Might sit back on an ankle lock, it looks like.
And SK's doing a good job just maintaining, as I said, just his upper body frames as well, allowing him to kind of pummel his legs into where he wants them to be.
Yeah.
But that Keymaster, you know, it's a really useful tactic. Like, it's hard enough for his opponent to deal with what's going on, and then there's just another added component to it. So unless he sort of sits back on something right now or really sort of punches through on a knee cut on the other side, there's not much he can do straight away.
Yeah, it's a quite a defensively sound position because obviously you have both of your legs on the outside.
And
SK now on a K guard entry, knee bar here, knee bar. Looks like he's going to get it.
Pressure, I think.
Back step, 50-50, chasing the heel.
Dig the heel.
Can't see if he has it.
Digging now for that heel. They're going to roll.
Multiple rolls.
Multiple changes.
Back into a K-guard situation now. Outside Ashy looking to reap.
It looks like it could be
knee
close.
line
He's
slipping.
against the pit now.
Knee line is out.
Looks like
SK needs to start
readdress because his opponent's looking to maybe go to crab ride.
Exactly.
Yeah, some composure from his opponent there.
But a good offensive sequence from SK. Now looking for his own saddle entry here. Trying to look to throw his leg over the tops of the middle. Looks like they're
controlling that top leg.
Looking to dig the heel.
The boys are rolling.
They're rolling way out of bounds.
Goodness gracious, we can't even see what's going on.
Is on.
Winston allowing it to go on. I don't know why, but
Winston says, "Allow that, fam," and keeps moving.
They're on the pit here, 50-50 shootout. SK doing a good job of hiding his heel.
And he's got his own. SK sort of attacking an inside heel hook of his own.
SK pointing his toe, doing a good job of hiding his heel here, but they are caught up against the pit. Reverse Aoki, but it slips.
Freeze.
Throws his leg over the saddle, it looks like.
SK might look to attack his own. What's going on
Hard to see what's going on.
Stop the match. Move the boys back.
Winston, my lord, and he finally decides that he's had enough.
The boys were going at it, you know, like Winston's not one to get in the way of the action.
Winston said, let it go on.
I'm getting text messages from Adam Jones. He's watching. He's interested. The main man himself.
Adam. Shout out to Adam Jones.
In a single
we need to get some M16 versus Grapple Mania action going. What do you say, Charlie?
Well, we've got plenty of boys from Adelaide that are up here already.
That's it.
Some of these boys are featured on the M16 promotion as well. But two great Aussie promotions, M16 and Grapple Mania.
That's it. We're here to work with everybody. Lots of great promotions around Australia, and it's really good to see lots of great things happening in the scene and opportunities for plenty of athletes to go.
SK 50-50 here, looking to dig a heel. SK inverts through, looking to chase the heel on 50-50. Looks like they're going to go through multiple rolls again. His opponent does a good job freeing the knee line. I would like to see him backstep here. He does, and he goes for a bolo situation.
Points are in play.
SK doing a good job of controlling the leg. Oh, this is a better position now for SK. Man, Winston letting it go on into the crowd. He has no...
It's hard because the action's non-stop. Like,
finally decides to stop. Yeah,
by the time these guys take a break, they're basically at the wall. Even in that previous exchange, like, they were still going at the wall, chasing it.
Winston taking careful care to reset the position properly.
Nice job by SK. They remain in 50-50. Oh.
How are you scoring this one so far? There's no points, I don't think, in. So who do you reckon's leading the charge?
I think SK's leading the match. He's just constantly been attacking from his guard position. They have both had moments from the leg entanglements, but SK's
looking for
been
that knee bar again, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the knee line clear? I can't see.
The knee line looks like it's just.
It looks like it's just clear. Just clear.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
Nunes doing the right thing with that sort of top leg.
But there's still.
SK just.
Here they
suck
go
the
again.
knee line in, and they're going to roll again. SK's going to...
Oh, and he gets the tap.
He gets the tap. He finally catches the heel on the roll. What a match.
What a display.
Phenomenal.
These boys.
That was some high-level stuff.
Ridiculous.
High-level stuff.
Muhammad Kazi gets it done.
Submission King moving up the rankings.
SK, wow, what a performance.
You know, when you get to rank 10 at Grapple Mania, it's a $600 match.
Yeah, SK coming for it.
Win or lose, you walk off that mat knowing exactly where you're at. Respect the process.
Ladies and gentlemen, match your team of the evening. Introducing first, a purple belt freestyle fighter. Standing at 6 feet tall, weighing 70 kilos, fighting out of Sweet JK by way of Perth. Corey Woodward.
Another gentleman from Perth. He's got a tough challenge ahead of him.
Wow.
Mr. Jun Kim.
How many athletes do we have from interstate here?
It was a hell of a crew from Adelaide and Perth.
More than half the card is flown in from interstate.
Phenomenal.
Kim Jong style fighter standing at 4 feet 6 inches tall, weighing at 42 kilos. Fighting out of Kumite by way of Pyongyang, North Korea. The great grandson of the supreme leader,
Jun Kim, the hentai senpai.
I'm excited for this
match. A little
match.
bit of inside Bukaki maybe, we'll see.
Jun, one of the most impressive guards, super hard to pass, comes from Kumite, that Ariel Tibet style of guard that we see.
Jun's passing is very underrated though, because Jun has a sensational body lock.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see it much because obviously he likes to pull guard and play from bottom.
But he's wrestling. I think this might be the first time we've seen him not pull guard at Grapple
Exactly.
Mania. Is that right?
I think it is.
Yeah. And one of the other things that's surprising about Jun
to pulling guard
is how strong he is.
I was just about to say that. Jun extremely strong.
For
Death grips,
yes,
pulls in to a X guard situation, looking for a reap from a single leg X, digs the heel.
This is going to belly down.
It looks like he has a good bite, to be honest. I think it's going to be. Oh no,
He
he
didn't
slips
quite
the
have
heel.
like an overwrap on the foot, I don't think.
Oh,
Now
he
he's gonna
raped
go to
inside.
reap and go to actually
Feet on the
heel hook.
inside. This looks good for Junie.
Oh wow, Corey.
Oh, Corey,
trying to make his way over the
flexibility,
top.
My God. Good job by Corey.
Jun promised me he was going to put on a show
Back
tonight.
to saddle, passes to the outside, and now back to an outside Ashy situation.
Reverse Aoki attempt here for Corey.
Jun keeps the short hook in though.
Aoki here.
Hard to finish an Aoki when you have a short hook in though. Oh,
On the
foot on
heel.
the hip from Jun here. This looks pretty good. Corey should try and take that foot off the hip immediately and close the distance.
Look, Jun's got to kind of see what he can do to kind of work towards belly down, but he gives up on it now.
Jun looking super offensive though at the start of this match. Jun being disciplined with his short hook.
Have ourselves a double guard pull situation here.
Here we go. Winston moves him away from the pit wall. Says, come back to the middle, boys. Corey looks quite young. Probably a young competitor from Perth.
Beautiful Allion kit on, I love that. Jun decides to come on top.
Let's see Jun's
Beautiful knee cut pass, wow.
On the arm now.
Looks like
Looking
he's
for that
going to
Kimura
sit
grip.
for probably an armbar, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, he does. Choi bus situation now. Back step to the back. Oh, he was thinking about it.
Ends up in close guard.
Good.
Beautiful transitions from Jun.
The boys come back.
What a pace in this matchup.
Yeah.
Great passing from Jun. He passed immediately when he was in top
That's
position.
what I said. Jun's passing is, it is sensational.
Charlie shouted out earlier, I think if he gets back on top, I think he's going to shred through the guard quite fast.
Corey staying savvy. He defended that one well.
Jun's
But he's
doing a
in
good
now
job.
in the
He's just
close
taking
guard.
a 2-on-1, kind of looking to threaten maybe like a little arm drag from the bottom, and now he scoops the leg. Might go to K-guard.
K-guard or flower sweep probably here. He goes to K-guard.
On the leg.
Knee bar or backside situation here. Back steps to 50-50.
Jun very good at pummeling in a short hook whenever his opponent gets offensive with any ankle lock style attack.
Corey shoving him backwards. Jun happy to play guard. And this is where his flexibility is on display. Rumor has it he was stretched out as a child by the Supreme Leader.
Oh,
that's why he has extreme flexibility.
I mean, you can take that two ways, Johnny Abs.
Come on, Charlie, get your mind out of the gutter.
It's always from the gutter,
Jun
Johnny.
trying to puts in a short hook.
Yeah, Jun's he seems quite defensively sound
Comes
with
back on
any
top
of
again.
those.
Again, same knee cut
pass.
Again, Corey's guard not holding up against the...
Corey
it's
using the
reverse
pit
off
more
the
for the
pit.
reversal.
Wow.
We love to see it.
Wow.
Just
And
outside of
past
the points
the
period, I
guard.
think, though.
Past the guard of Jun. This is a place you don't see Jun much. He's known for his guard retention. Let's see if he has the pin escapes.
Corey trying to shuck that arm, move his hips.
Jun's doing a good
Good
job
hip
just
switching.
trying to keep his frames. He's not panicking and just waiting for his moment to maybe try and bring a knee in. And yeah,
Nice
we're
recovery
back.
by Jun, getting his knee and elbow
And
back
points,
connected.
Points called by Naran now. So let's see what happens. I think Jun will look to maybe sweep, go behind.
Kiss of the
here we
dragon,
go.
inversion.
Inversion.
Let's see if he goes to the back or a leg entanglement here.
Might be digging for that
50-50.
inside heel hook. No,
Pass to
switches to the
outside.
outside.
Single leg eggs.
Oh, short hook Aoki.
Jun taking a look up at the clock.
Jun
Nice.
comes up, puts Corey up against the wall.
Sits back into a single leg X. Beautiful. Oh, maybe looking for a toe hold. Goes back to the short hook.
Jun could look to pass his leg over to the other side, maybe look to attack the back.
He's got a strong bite on that ankle and he's...
Yeah, it looks like he wants to kind of send and take that home.
Kind of a weird position to try to wrestle up from, I think, because of the pit there.
Oh, there we go. Nice switching between the inside hook to the reap from Jun.
Can't seem to break through with the Aoki or the reap at the moment.
No, I think Jun had a lot of success with his passing, but it's
Yeah.
hard obviously because he's on bottom. He needs to find that switch.
Nice
Oh,
lumberjack.
Hey,
Oh, heads up
to
on
the
the
back.
back.
Oh my goodness,
Beautiful back
sensational.
attack. Wow.
He's got the arm trapped. Oh,
Wow.
Corey manages to get free the arm.
Jun staying
Jun.
on the back. What a beautiful back attack. Wow. Jun staying attached well.
Jun's desperate to get that top hook in.
2 minutes left.
Jun double unders,
Probably should go for a power half here.
and I think he
Oh,
gets.
wow.
Oh,
Oh
Corey.
my God. High ball right still. And no hooks anymore.
Oh,
It's going to be
Corey,
a scramble.
beautiful.
Corey, what defense.
Gets out.
But still, that back take looks good on the judge's scorecard.
No points have been awarded as yet.
And that back take by Jun was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. It's hard to, and the defense from Corey, like he didn't
Yeah.
allow Jun to settle and get his points. Excellent stuff from both of these guys.
Going to be hard to pass the guard at Jun Kim.
Have we seen Jun pass the Grapple Mania?
Pass? I don't believe so, no. He did get knee barred by
Peaches.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But having rolled Jun before, I think it's super hard to pass this self-frame style of guard. You have to have proper good passing.
Jun
Nice
makes the
single leg
connection
X.
there, bang straight to
Jun
single
very
leg
good
X.
at getting to single leg X off of the shin to shin entry.
Jun.
Back on the leg here.
He's going belly down
Jun
now.
sending it on the ankle lock.
That short hook is going to do a good job of keeping distance, though. He uses it to keep Corey away from him. He reaps now. Oh!
Corey's trying to send it on one of his own.
But that short hook, as Freddie astutely pointed out earlier, keeps him a little bit safe.
From these guys.
Jun goes to close guard. He's going to look maybe for a scoop.
That was a great match.
Phenomenal match. The boys were moving. Jun probably a little bit more offensive.
Jun looks tired. He went all out that match.
That was a great match. Really technical stuff.
The winner by referee's decision, the great-grandson of the Supreme Leader,
Hey, Corey, real good. Tough as nails.
Tough as nails.
Great display of jiu-jitsu. Really exciting stuff from Corey.
Hey guys, my name's Sodi, black belt and the owner of Grappling Education. We've recently created the beginner program. What is a beginner program? Well, it's a program that's tailored for people that have never done jiu-jitsu before. We've spent months working on it and we've come up with the perfect 6-month program. In this program, you'll learn 13 basic positions of jiu-jitsu. Each position goes for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be in a position where if you go into one of our advanced classes, you'll need no more knowledge than that. Each week, we post all the techniques that you'll be doing for the week on a handy app with videos as well so that you can review technique for the week. After 3 months, we take a picture of you denoting your first stripe and it goes up on our Polaroid wall. This program's just for no-gi, so your stripe will go on the Polaroid picture and this is how we denote where you are in the program. After 6 months, you'll get your second stripe. Awesome, Matt, that's for you. That's kind of cool.
We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, match 15, introducing first, a purple belt. He's an armbar master, standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in 81 kilos, fighting out Western CJJ by way of Perth. Presenting the 2-time Australian National Wrestling Champion, Flynn May.
Here we go, another gentleman from Perth.
And his opponent. He's a purple belt. Bitch ass guard puller. He stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 81 kilos. Fighting out of Grappling Education by way of Brayton Sands. It's the Prophet, Ben Moses.
Here we go, big bad Benny Moses.
Benny.
All the makings for an exciting match. I love. Oh no.
Yes. Hits his head on the roof, but he sends it. He doesn't give a crap.
Look, I love Ben's style in competition. He's super aggressive, always attacking the legs. As soon as they escape one, he's in on another entanglement. This is one to watch out for, fellas. And ladies.
Obviously, I train with Ben. The last 6 months, I've seen a massive improvement from this guy. He is getting better every single month.
Oh, straight in. He's looking for that back step on the leg, but his opponent's sprawled out to defend that. Feeding in the backside. Entry. He's looking for like a double 50s. Almost got double leg ashi.
Ooh, half butterfly inversion.
Yeah, really strong Kani Basami on him.
Yeah.
And he just seems very diligent on that. Just constantly attacking that Kani Basami entry from bottom.
Ben attacking. Flynn, no scrub of his own. I'm watching this guy. He has some beautiful wrestling, beautiful passing. Quite an athletic gentleman.
Yeah, Ben's clearly got one objective, and that's to rip this guy's leg off.
Yeah, exactly. Ben, very good at keep bringing back in the knee line.
Yeah, as soon as Flynn is escaping the knee line of one leg, Ben's immediately attacking the other. So always keeping his opponent on his toes. Oh, jumping crab ride attempt there from Flynn.
And he goes
again.
Oh, there's the athleticism we were talking about.
Ben's thought about a toe hold, but that's a good way to give up your own back. You don't really want to go for toe holds when you're in a back-taking situation.
Good decision making by Ben, because sometimes when that presents itself, you think, all right, I'll send it on that.
Yeah.
And a bit of composure there.
Almost a calf slicer leg entanglement going on.
Yes.
But I don't think either athlete was really aware of that.
Oh.
Playing an R-guard position, again, looking to backstep into that Kani Basami on the far left.
And he's got the Achilles grip.
Does he? No, he doesn't.
Single leg exit looks like.
Stronger bite on the Achilles this time.
Oh, gets a bite of the heel, but his knee line slips.
Yeah, didn't have much purchase on the knee, though. The heel grip was great, but he wasn't controlling that joint above that ankle.
Oh, nice.
This time he's managed to flatten the shoulders of Ben, though. Almost like a high tripod position. But Ben does a good job of throwing in that false reap leg.
Oh, and here it is, false reap. Ben's looking for it. Can he get his hip off the mat? He does.
Under. Flynn's tracking that bottom leg very well.
Nice.
Very technical
Good base on top by Flynn.
Really good stickiness of the angle by Flynn. Ben needed to switch off in order to clear that foot if he was going to make an entry to the Carney Basami.
Yeah. Super high level match. And looks for the
Oh,
false
go
reap
again. This time he gets it. Inside spin.
He's on the entry here.
Let's get the double trouble here first, Ben. Consolidate this position.
Keller calling for Ben to control the second leg to stop the turning escape of Flynn.
Flynn turning out now. Let's see if Ben, he stays on the Achilles reverse Aoki 50-50 here. Ben sends it, but Flynn gets weight back into his leg. Stays on the reap. Flynn does a good job freeing his knee line.
Definitely good resilience from these Perth athletes. They seem like they've been in a few leg locks themselves, and they know where their threshold is. They know when they're comfortable and when they're not.
Yeah.
Ben on top now. He can go back into the legs or start coming back up into passing situations.
I'd like to see Ben mix it up. I'd like to see him come up and potentially go for a knee cut from this position.
Keller's calling him to lock saddle straight away from that position.
Flynn has proven to have some pretty sturdy leg lock defense. Let's see.
Here we go. We need to see either a inside spin or passing the leg to the other side here.
Oh, Benny looking to catch the heel.
That heel.
He's got a bite on the heel here.
No, he's just heel slipped.
Takes an Achilles grip. Looking for the reverse Aoki again from 50. Man. Oh.
See, this is what happens when you have that missing link in your game. When you're unwilling to get to top position, it's just something that your opponent doesn't have to think about. If you just keep falling back in the legs, they don't have to give up that sweep.
Yeah.
At the point, I think we are on points period now.
This time it seems like he's got
trying to catch the heel. Ben is, man.
Oh, reverse
Aoki
again.
again.
Hit post with both feet. The angle on that looks deadly.
Oh man. Finn doing a good job of pulling himself in, getting weight back into his leg. Nice. Man.
Josh does astutely point out that these guys from Perth, they don't seem to worry. They're rolling through everything. We've seen Ben's had a few matches recently, and he's caught a quick heel hook in under a minute.
Yeah.
And he's really having to work for each position.
Oh, past the outside Ashi. Oh, could be a leg drag here. Ben is in trouble.
Not to give up his back. He doesn't have any grip on the leg anymore. His back is taken. He needs to protect that second hook from coming in. Ben opting to go for a turning escape approach, but he's finding himself almost on the bottom of mount here. Let's see if he has much in the gas tank to survive from this position. He's been chasing leg attack after leg attack, and now he's in a compromised position. Let's see what he has in the reserves.
Puts 2 points on the board for Finn.
I think Josh said it earlier, you have to be willing to use the leg entanglements to come on top sometimes. Ben got a little too leg hungry for it there.
Flynn starting to walk the arms of Ben up above his head. That's never where you want to be. Ben needs to do some serious bridging to free his elbows and start escaping. Americana attempt there. Not much of a bite on it, but it was enough to expose the back.
Yeah.
Now he's going for some pseudo arm triangle.
It's like a reverse dart.
That looks very, very tight. Ben looks like he's really only tapped. Wow.
Great finish by Flynn.
What a
Impressive
rare submission. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I haven't seen one of those in Australia yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very true.
It's a really interesting arm configuration.
Yeah, you saw Isaac get tapped by that with by Tahhe. Nice. Flynn May gets the win. He's taken home the money tonight. He takes out Ben Moses.
$130.
$130.
And that might have been the incentive that he needed to put on such a crazy display of athleticism.
Yeah,
that's the thing. When you put on these outside hits, people desire that cash. They want the cash.
Yeah. Ben had a lot of good leg entries during the match, but it looks like the longer the match went on, Flynn started to catch on to the entries and eventually, again, went to outside Ashi, and that's the weakness of outside Ashi is you can get your back taken or end up in a leg drag. So You ended up seeing that towards the end. Flynn, great win. I think he should be very, very happy with his performance because Ben is no slouch.
100%.
Harvard just released their latest research, which tells you that eating pizza daily improves your metabolic rate and creates an anabolic reactor inside of you that makes you insanely fucking strong. Come down to your mother's cousin for your daily pizza needs.
We're here at our mother's cousin in Bexley, and we're kicking off the main event of Grapple Mania. So first one on the main event is Zach Angeleski versus Wade Smith. Zach won Blue Belt Worlds, won Purple Belt Australia, is now a brown belt. And I've seen that Wade, from his Instagram, has some killer front head loss attacks. So I'm curious to see what he does.
All right, next up we have Geronimo Carl versus Hayden Bailey. You think Tito Carl is good? Geronimo Carl is the real athlete. He's an unrecognized talent. He makes Tito look like a every time he wrestles in the room, so it's going to be interesting to see him versus Hayden Bailey. Hayden Bailey has actually beaten Dominic Unamono, who is on the main card, fighting his brother, Tito Carl.
Jude Keane versus Sandro Perillo. Jude Keane, I often refer to this man as the Mike Tyson of grappling. This guy has 6 matches on Grapple Mania with under 3.5 minutes of total match time. Good luck getting out of the first minute with this guy. Up against Sandro Perillo. Sandro won the money on the mat. 5 matches Grapple Mania, all wins, taking out MD and Ben Smith. He's coming for the 3rd G crew member. We're going to see if he takes him out.
The mystery match versus Serena Allen de Guzman. Now, guys, I don't know how much I can talk about this match because, you know, it's meant to be a mystery. But you might notice we have some merch on sale tonight for Adele Fornerino. So, there's a QR code there. Scan it. Support the matches. Support the athletes. Head to our website. Buy some shirts. Support Adele. Support Grapple Mania. And support the athletes here tonight.
Miranda Pearce versus Gace Sanita. 2 black belts going at it. Sydney Wrestling Academy's first black belt against experienced competitor Miranda Pearce. It's going to be a great match.
To finish off the card, we have the one and only Tito Carl versus Dominic Unamono. This fight is going to be excellent. I can't wait to see it. To be honest with you, I truly think that Tito is going to get smashed. He has not been training hard enough lately, and Dom is an absolute killer. It's going to be an excellent match to watch.
My mother's cousin are a proud sponsor of Grapple Mania, and check out this amazing food we have. We actually need your support to support the athletes. Click the QR code. Make sure you support the match winners here tonight, and we'll make sure that all the money less the PayPal fees will go to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, match 16. Introducing first, a brown belt all-rounder. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 85 kilos. Fighting at 4th BJJ by way of Matilda. He's the pony killer, Wade Smith. And his opponent, a brown belt, guard puller. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 85 kilos, fighting out of SWA by way of Auburn. He's the no-gi world champion as a blue belt, Zach the Angel Angeleski.
Well, as we wipe the baklava from our mouths, what an exciting match we have to look forward to. Zaki Angeleski, probably, arguably, Australia's most exciting up-and-coming prospect, a prodigy of Lucas Cannard over at SWA, and you can see straight away that similar style. Very good hamstring mobility. Immediately using a leg entanglement to go to a crab ride.
Me and Keller Loxodi also have a bet match on this match. I've actually bet $100 on Zach Angeleski to get this done. So Zachy...
What does Keller Loxodi know about this other
Zachy
fella?
with an unreal
He's
entry.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Oh, there's $100 buckaroonies,
Freddie,
Keller.
if you had made that bet with me, I would have given you $1.01 odds.
Phenomenal performance by Zach Angeleski. Phenomenal. Zach Angeleski, he's a real big dog at SWA.
If you have any doubts about Zach Angeleski, go look up his smooth comp record.
It's unbelievable.
I've never seen so much green in my life. All right. If you're watching live on YouTube, make yourselves known in the chat. Fire away some questions. We might just answer them.
Yep. Shout out to Macaphoto and Michael for all of the content they're doing here. They're helping out. They help filming, getting shots for the athletes to take home. Remember the night. We are well underway. Next match coming up, we have Geronimo Carl.
We're right here. We're nearing the end. Geronimo Carl versus who?
I actually don't remember who Geronimo has a match with. I'm getting it up now. Hayden Bailey. Yes, and remember, guys, outside hits. If you want to put a hit on one of these athletes, get them a little bit of extra money. There's an outside hit on this match. $250
Who's next?
is
Grappling
on.
put $250 on this match. Is that what you're telling me, Johnny? Insane.
$250 is on the line.
So if Hayden beats Geronimo, does he automatically have to fight Tito? Is that how this works?
That seems to be the theme.
That seems to be the theme of the night.
Jordan Lowe, you've got a match coming up with Tito Carl, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Excited for this match. We're ending with there's only 6 matches left in the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening. Match 17. Introducing first, the purple belt, Light Locker. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 97 kilos. Fighting out of Grappling Factory by way of Brisbane. He's the Who's Next winner, Aiden Big Baby Bailey. And his opponent, a purple belt. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 90 kilos. Fighting out of Grappling Education by way of Tito's house. He has no jiu-jitsu skills whatsoever and doesn't even know why he's on the show. Geronimo, the Priest.
Here we go.
Geronimo Carl.
Look like 2 very athletic boys.
Anyone with that Carl last name, I'm scared of. These guys have the most insane genetic pool.
Hayden looks for a slide by or a little
I'd
throw.
be moving to the back row if I was sitting in the crowd right now. Geronimo has no respect for boundaries.
No kids at the front anymore. Smart decision, parents.
Heavy snap downs.
Where's Hayden from? Is he a local guy? Queensland guy.
Hayden's from Queensland. Interesting. He's a big fella. Doesn't look like someone that's easy to put down. Nice underhook.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of taking the lead in the hand fighting exchange right now. So far, he's had a few good successful snaps, a few clean underhooks there. Geronimo looking for a 2-on-1. Uses it
nice
to the single leg,
down to the mat
up against the wall.
Oh, good
solid
base.
defense from Hayden Bailey there.
Impressive.
Good focus, good pace, good pace, good point, good pace. Good pace. Breathe.
Again, he's got a strong underhook. Uses that to push Geronimo out of bounds. Clear strategy from both athletes. Let's see if Geronimo's going to roll under with that elbow 2-on-1. It looks like he's trying to connect that figure 4, looking for like a roll under Kimura style attack.
Oh, slide by attempt.
First to the collar. First to the collar.
Russian tie here for Geronimo. He's got good head position, it looks like.
Yeah, right now seems to be a game of underhooks versus Russian ties.
Hayden doesn't look kind of overawed by Geronimo's physicality.
Good slide by attempt, but Geronimo pressing forward. Oh my lord.
Tough against the pit. Geronimo can probably get
Geronimo sits him down.
But
Hayden reverses.
Looks to go to
looks like
the
he's
saddle.
Backstepped into saddle.
But Geronimo's doing a decent job of just kind of keeping his...
Oh my... Can't see. Geronimo.
Pulls the leg
knee
through,
bar.
looking for a knee bar.
They might end up in 50-50
Trying to pass it into a lat knee bar. It looks like he's got it. Wow.
Geronimo.
Wow.
Nice knee bar
That was an
finish.
impressive performance by Hayden.
Yeah, very impressive. The moment it got to the ground, he looked switched on with the jiu-jitsu
He
scrambles.
knew what he wanted. Now, impressive. This next match is going to be a bit of a banger, actually.
Big
Miranda.
donation from Partisan Grappling there, $160.
Shout out to Partisan Grappling.
Shout out to the crew
doing the
of
most.
Partisan.
Their gym has taken off massively this last year. I'm super happy for them. They're a great gym to train out of.
Nick Hughes also had a long conversation with Adam Jones recently where he disclosed that Josh Alsop turned down a match with him on M16 Open. Can this be confirmed? It cannot. Fabrication.
Are you saying Adam Jones maybe embellished the story?
I think it seems like he rizzed on a Raz.
But, well, it is a quick Raz, isn't it, with Adam Jones? It's always a quick Raz.
I would happily take a match with Adam Jones.
Hey guys, my name's Kheir, black belt and the owner of Grappling Education. We've recently created the beginner program. What is a beginner program? Well, it's a program that's tailored for people that have never done jiu-jitsu before. We've spent months working on it and we've come up with the perfect 6-month program. In this program, you'll learn 13 basic positions of jiu-jitsu. Each position goes for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be in a position where if you go into one of our advanced classes, you'll need no more knowledge than that. Each week, we post all the techniques that you'll be doing for the week on a handy app with videos as well so that you can review technique for the week. After 3 months, we take a picture of you denoting your first stripe and it goes up on our Polaroid wall. This program's just for no-gi, so your stripe will go on the Polaroid picture and this is how we denote where you are in the program. After 6 months, you'll get your second stripe. Also, Matt, that's for you. That's kind of cool.
Win or lose, you walk off that mat knowing exactly where you are. Respect the process.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're about to get started with Miranda versus Gase. Both super experienced women on the jiu-jitsu scene. You know, Gase has that like head pressure, hard-hitting style. She's not afraid to get down and dirty.
No backward steps from Gase.
Nothing.
That's for sure.
There's zero fear in Gase. And then Miranda, a lot more of a finesse, technical approach. It's a real clash of styles.
Where does Miranda train?
Miranda trains a little bit all over the place.
Yep.
I'm not sure where her home gym is at the moment. She has visited Kumite a few times, but I just respect that she is willing to go against anyone.
Yep.
So that's a massive respect from me.
Agreed.
Fair. Well, let's go. It's about to get underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match of the evening is match 18. Introducing first, a black belt. She's got a this and that style. Standing at 5 feet tall, weighing in at 70 kilos by way of SWA. This and that champ, Nazi Gase Sanita. And her opponent, she's a black belt. She's got an unpredictable style. She stands at 5 feet 11.5 inches, weighing in at 65 kilos, fighting out of Apex MMA by way of the Northern Reaches. The AJP champion, Miranda, the Praying Mantis.
The Praying Mantis watching ahead on the entry to the mats there, very wise. 5'11", 3/4 inches, I think is what she got called out as. And yeah, it's a very different build between the two athletes.
Yeah, we're going to see Gase, a phenomenal competitor. MMA background.
Look, as someone that's trained with Gase a whole bunch, I've never felt so exhausted rolling with someone that's that much lighter than me.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, phenomenal pressure and
you're seeing it here already.
And like crazy results too, as we were talking about before. I don't know if it went live, but you know, Gase second at ADCC trials. You know, only lost by DQ, arguable kind of DQ on it anyway. She's right up there with like the best women in the world.
She's in a smash pass here. She's looking
Gase has also got a title fight on Fusion in the upcoming show. To mention that.
Yeah, so Gase has a title match on the promotion Fusion Fighting Championships in Melbourne. You know, she's a very seasoned MMA competitor, so stepping into the cage is no new thing for her. But you know, Miranda's no slouch either. She's competed on all the main events in Australia. She's competed on Subversion. You know, now Grapple Mania. Yeah, she's not afraid to put it on the line in front of a crowd of people.
She really has a hard time finding opponents in MMA. Like I obviously train with Gase, and you know, she just wants to compete more. Like she's chasing the competition, but it is very hard for them to find anyone who will fight her. So you know, kudos to Miranda for taking her on in a jiu-jitsu match. But you know, Gase is showing right now like an insane amount of top pressure. She passed, you know, almost immediately, and she's got kind of Miranda in a terrible position, sort of belly down, with you know one hook in, and she's looking to just kind of flatten her out here.
Yeah, respect to Miranda taking the match. I don't blame anyone for
smother.
Not wanting to step in with Gase.
Yeah, Gase is going to have like every trick available to her in the book as well. She's so many different styles of competition she's fought in.
She might be able to dig that under the chin. Oh, no. Miranda's doing it.
Oh, just pushing her face into the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something we talked about before, Gase just grimy. She's willing to grind people out. She's not afraid to get messy in a match.
Yeah, just a real assertion of dominance there.
2 hooks.
Ooh, flat down. We're in a remount.
Looks like she's just going to pull that head
under the chin. There she goes. Miranda seems to know it's happened straight away. Yeah. There was a bit of a smile of acknowledgement from Miranda. She, you know, she's experienced. She might not have won today, but she has a knowledge of jiu-jitsu. She knew what was happening in that scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. Great performance by Gase, and kudos to Miranda for taking the match.
Wow, the people are here behind Gase.
Yeah, they love her. They do love her.
The only thing scarier than facing her in a jiu-jitsu match is in a boxing match, I tell you that.
Well, I know she's got an upcoming combat jiu-jitsu match, and I'm like, there's no way. You could pay me no amount of money to do that.
Agreed.
Probably, in my opinion, the worst position in jiu-jitsu to be flattened out and a rear naked on. How did you feel out there? You're feeling the sheer dominance. Politically correct. That's a very good. And this and that. What does it mean? This and that style. What is? Who's up? Jude. I'm in like, thank you. That's it. Congratulations.
All right, guys, coming up, Jude Kheir versus Sandra Perillo. This, to me, is my most anticipated match. Just a quick stat on Jude Kheir. 6 matches in Grapple Mania with a total match time of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, this guy is as a submission hunter as you're ever going to get. If you guys have rolled with Jude in the gym, all 3 of us here have trained with Jude. Why don't you guys talk about how good Jude really is?
Yeah, Jude is a specialist. He has one thing on his mind, and that's how do I get to a leg and how do I break that bitch?
Yeah.
Break it quick, too.
Yeah.
We're not playing footsies for a while here.
Yeah.
If Jude gets in on an entry, he can finish it. He is, look, physically, his grips, like when he makes a grip on something, whether it's an upper body connection or a lower, like on your legs, you just feel it. You're like, oh shit, it's coming, and it's coming quick.
And another thing I would say is his entries are just as good from not just bottom but top. He's very good at entering legs from top position into really strong leg entanglements, an underrated part of his game. Sandro, though, no slouch.
No slouch. Sandro
Money
has the
on the mat winner.
Wins, right?
Most
Is that right?
Yeah. He's got a great amount of wins on the show. He's beaten Ben Moses. He beat Mo Deep, and he's coming for another win with Jude Kheir. He's trying to take out 3 GE guys. Sandro, another guy which is interesting is he's very good on the legs, so I'm excited to see that style sort of clash. Is Sandro going to try and pass, or does he try and actually take it to Jude on the legs? That's something that you don't see a lot of people do to Jude, is give it back to him on the legs. And his one loss, Jeremy Skinner, Jeremy did take it to him on the legs.
Well, let's see what happens, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, match 19. There's a lot of money on this one. Introducing first, a brown belt. He stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 85 kilos. Fighting out of Roman by way of your mom's house. Presenting the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun, Sandro
One thing I've noticed about Sandro is he's often snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Even when he's on the back foot, he comes back and finds a way to win. Cool, calm, and collected as well.
His opponent, a brown belt, standing at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 85 kilos, fighting out of grappling, acting and education by way of an RWE. He's undefeated on Grapple Mania and the winner of the London Open, Jude the Sandwich.
The Sandwich, huh? Where's that come from?
As just mentioned by the announcer, Jude just made a trip to London, competed in an IBJJF competition. And
at Brown Belt?
At Brown Belt,
yep.
Where heel hook's illegal, and had a great success there. Both athletes sitting to their butt immediately, but Sandro opting to come up. On top, in like a leg trap scenario, Jude's feeding in a half butterfly here, and he's switching really well between attacking the upper body and the lower body. Really tight by that. It's over already.
Oh man, triangle
he's tightening that up.
Got to cut that.
Cinching it up.
Jeremy, Jude showing his upper body subs this match.
I'd be shocked if this doesn't end right now.
Yeah. That looks insane.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
That is how good Jude Keane is, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, he's not getting paid by the minute. He's getting paid by the victory.
His style, man, he is so offensive from the jump. What a guard.
How much money did Jude Keane just win?
I think it was 600 bucks.
600, I don't even know, $700. Jude looking at us.
That bumps his bounty up.
He wants his money.
You know, it's starting to get to numbers that might be appealing to some high
level
people.
Yeah,
I really hope we see it, man, because Jude, honestly, I think he can take on a lot of these high level guys and truly shock people.
Great performance. The shirt comes off. What a rig.
Yeah, and the back knee comes out.
That's he's been drinking a lot of milk, it looks like. That's a high dairy diet right there.
Yeah, very high.
Okay, hey, Jude Keane, incredible. Another fast match. I mean, you were just woken up from a medically induced coma earlier today. You managed to make it here. That was fantastic. Just on its own. You had him in a joy bar, went to a triangle, then went to the arm bar. I didn't even know you knew a submission in the upper body. I've never seen that. How'd you feel out there?
Good. Quickly. Jean Marker. I don't give a fuck about your belt. Come to Grapple Mania. Who else? Someone else. Oh, Siraj. NC over here.
Okay, there we go. You heard it from the man.
Jude Keane.
Two big call-outs.
Yeah, Jude Keane gets his brown belt.
So, a brown belt to boot. Congrats. Here we go.
If the IBJJF is watching this, I was already a brown belt. This is just ceremonial.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so.
I've got a serious question.
Well,
there comes the test.
I think everybody wants to know. I literally have no idea the answer to this. Why aren't you competing in CJI?
Fuck off.
Fair play to him. So calls out Siraj Sophie and Joao Marco and says make it happen on Grapple Mania or M16. He says.
I want to see Jude against any high level guy. I think he's truly going to shock some people. His style is just so dangerous for anyone. He has the ability to truly finish anybody. Guys, next match coming up, the mystery match.
What's going on here, Freddie? A mystery match. How does this happen?
It's not confirmed, but I've heard it's Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan versus,
I've heard Beyonce.
versus Rehab.
Billie Eilish is in town for a concert. Maybe she's showing up.
I don't know that Billie Eilish is in town for a concert.
Of course.
Have you seen his earring?
Yes.
He's bloody got front row tickets.
Freddie's wearing Timberland boots today.
You can't see it. The Timberland boots are on. I'm super excited for this matchup. We'll see who comes out.
A mystery match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery match. Introducing first, the black belt. She stands at 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 59 kilos. Fighting out of, I don't know, but by way of Portland, Oregon, in the country formerly known as the United States, the 3-time subversion champion, Serena, the Snack, Alan de Guzman.
There we go. He is competitor number 1, Serena
Guzman.
And
Maybe Sabrina Gomez coming out next.
Black belt submission to her. She stands at 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 59 kilos, fighting out of Adams HQ by way of Melbourne. She's a 2-time ADC world champ, the most decorated jiu-jitsu player in Australian history, Adele Daddy Fornerino.
Holy shit.
Can you believe
Who
this?
expected this?
What a coup.
Quite literally Australia's most successful jiu-jitsu athlete ever.
And she's here tonight.
Yes. Double gold,
Are you
ADCC
serious?
champ.
Yeah.
This is... Who would have expected this? This is actually a treat.
Now, what are we calling?
Free on YouTube, gentlemen. Free on YouTube.
Yeah, you're seeing the best female athlete in the world free on YouTube here.
Nuts.
Adele, they're playing double pool. I mean, just having Adele on this card is just unbelievable. She is
Adele
quick
just bang,
knee cut.
straight to knee cut.
You know, I've seen Adele on the mats at AOJ tangling with the best in the world, and she belongs right there.
Well, she's right up there.
Yeah.
Let's see if she's, you know, she's going to look for a quick finish, or if she wants to showcase something new she's working on. I know she has a seminar on tomorrow.
Yeah.
That, you know, maybe she's trying to showcase some new skills to bring in people for that seminar tomorrow. Check out the Grapple Mania Instagram for details on that.
Yeah, they've got some details on that seminar. I think it's been run right here, isn't it? Grappling Education.
Yes,
10
a.m. Grappling Education. Tomorrow you guys can get your tickets on the Grapple Mania or Grappling Education Instagram. Adele, obviously one of the best in the world. It'd be great to learn from her.
Wouldn't this be a crazy upset, though, if Serena could make it happen?
Maybe the biggest upset in Grapple Mania history. It would definitely be that. Adele has a match coming up soon on UFC Fight Pass with Fionn Davis, who's obviously another one of the best female in the world. They're going to pretty much go at it for just who is the best in the world in the no-gi scene.
All right, Adele's in mount right now. She's...
If you guys want to support Adele, we have Adele Fornerino merch selling on the website. Some of the money goes shipping worldwide. The money goes to Adele.
It's a cracker shirt. Her Majesty. A play on words. A phenomenal play on words.
I love a good pun.
She is truly born for this shit. That's another great saying.
Agreed.
Strong mount from Adele.
Yeah, putting the pressure on.
You know, she's covering the airways, putting pressure, trying to get limb extension from her opponent.
Adele, obviously, super composed, very technical.
Yeah.
Like that, you can see, you know, there's quite a discrepancy. She just seems very calm, concise, and just able to consolidate whatever position she kind of wants to be in, essentially.
Yeah. She walks around, I think, like 50, 55 kilos, but she looks absolutely jacked. Every time I see her on the UFC Fight Pass, she comes on the screen, her arms are 10 times bigger than whatever mine are ever going to be in my life. She's truly an athlete.
ADCC absolute champion, by the way. I don't know if we've mentioned that, but 55 kilos, ADCC absolute open weight champion. That's unreal.
Insane, yeah.
You know, we've heard of the mother's milk submission. Let's see if Adele can pull out daddy's milk.
Daddy's milk, huh?
Serena's managed to capture a quarter guard on Adele, trying to push the knee line back in, recover a half guard, and go to work from there. But Adele transitions into like a higher tripod position, doing such a good job with her base, keeping her hips square to the mat, making it really difficult for Serena to sweep. Oh, beautiful hip switch.
Nice.
Back on the outside of side control, and immediately shin folding over to mount. Hasn't quite secured the position yet, but she doesn't seem too fussed about it.
Yeah,
There's no sense of urgency from Adele right now. Serena must be feeling the pressure. I wonder if what's her plan?
To a triangle here.
All right, Adele needs to rotate around a little bit.
Arm. Maybe transition to a little bit of...
To finish the triangle here, she needs to get her left knee down to the mat on this side. Right now, her best option is to attack the arm. But for the choke to happen, there we go. Now she's taking it easy other way. Transitions to an armbar and gets the tap. Seems like a bit of a pop there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what happens when your braking mechanics are so clean. You don't get time to tap often.
Things just break fast. She looks all well. Serena's loving it.
Great sportsmanship there from both athletes.
Your winner by armbar, Adele Fornerino.
What a treat. You know, what other sport can you see the best in the world do it free on YouTube, $20 in person, and then right afterwards get a massage next door? That's
Why not?
It doesn't get much better than that.
Are you offering, Josh?
Just for you.
Yeah.
Freddie hasn't paid me for the last 3.
Congratulations. Now, you've done what Lachlan Giles and Craig Jones and Kelly Loxody and Jeremy Skinner couldn't do. You won a gold medal at ABCC. In fact, you won 2. But there's been one thing that's been eluding you all this time. There's been one title that you couldn't get your hands on until now, and that's the Grapple Mania Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, she finally fulfilled her lifelong dream. Congratulations. How did it feel out there?
Oh, look, I will be cheating because I've done jiu-jitsu. This one's not with a ladder. This is going to go to the start of my Instagram live. Grapple Mania champion.
It is called Grapple Mania. You forgot for a second, but yeah, that's right. It's Grapple Mania. And is there anybody out there named Fiona Davies you want to call out?
I'm just doing I'm taking it fight to fight. You know, my aspiration is to just win a few matches, not to win titles once or twice. I want to be undeniable the best athlete ever that came out of female doesn't have to be. I just want to be the best.
You heard it here first, Fiona Davies. Stop ducking her. She wants some. And I think, by the way, we have a limited time, a limited edition Adele Fornerino Grapple Mania t-shirt. If you want to get one, they're in stock tonight, so come and get one. Looks cool to me. I might get one. Oh, and also there's a seminar Adele's putting on tomorrow here, I think, is our education, at 10 a.m. So if you want to learn from literally the best person in the world, then come tomorrow morning and learn from her.
There we go. Classy ads.
Crazy. How about that title? Literally the best person in the world.
Yeah. Great.
Hey guys, my name's Kelly Loxody, black belt and the owner of Grappling Education. We've recently created the beginner program. What is a beginner program? Well, it's a program that's tailored for people that have never done jiu-jitsu before. We've spent months working on it and we've come up with the perfect 6-month program. In this program, you'll learn 13 basic positions of jiu-jitsu. Each position goes for 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you'll be in a position where if you go into one of our advanced classes, you'll need no more knowledge than that. Each week, we post all the techniques that you'll be doing for the week on a handy app with videos as well so that you can review technique for the week. After 3 months, we take a picture of you denoting your first stripe and it goes up on our Polaroid wall. This program's just for no-gi, so your stripe will go on the Polaroid picture and this is how we denote where you are in the program. After 6 months, you'll get your second stripe. Awesome, Matt, that's for you. That's kind of cool.
A lot of things you'd hope look thicker in here.
Are we on? We're on, boys.
All right, guys, we're on.
Here
Enough
we go.
talking about thick things in hand. Tito Carl versus Dominic Unamuno is here. $3,000 is on the line.
$3,000.
$3,000. Josh, you want to fill us in on the backstory of this match?
Yeah, so Dominic Unamuno fought Geronimo Carl. He had a breakout performance at the Supreme Leader Invitational.
Yep.
Going through some tough people, Curtis Martin, Geronimo Carl, unfortunately falling short to Nico Maglisic in the finals. However, it caused Tito Carl to put some money down.
He said,
called him out.
You beat my bro, I want to beat you.
Oh,
What's
joining
up?
us,
Here we
Adele
go.
Fornerino, the greatest female athlete
What a phenomenal
in the world.
performance, Adele.
I appreciate that very much, guys. This event's been spectacular. The audience has been amazing. It's good to do some stuff on the home turf.
So what were we going for there? Was it the idea to get a quick finish, or was it to showcase some skills? You know, maybe promote the seminar tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Grappling Education.
No, I want to start off by saying a massive thank you to Serena for taking the match.
Yep.
No, for me, it's getting reps in right now. Like, I want to stay sharp on the competition mats. You know, get used to the nerves and all those things that come with competing. Even like local things, doesn't matter what they are, I still get nervous. So going through that process to me is really important, but having a good time.
Awesome.
That's great to hear from a competitor who's literally the best in the world, that you're like, hey, I still want to go out, I still want to compete. I don't care exactly what it is, I just want to be out there. What a great mindset to have.
Man, I'm born for this shit. Honest to God, I'm born for this shit. I want to be here. I'm privileged to have these opportunities, and I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Awesome. What's the game plan going into the next match? We know you have a really high-profile fight. Are you going to be doing anything different leading up to that? Is it just business as usual, another face, another body?
A bit of business as usual, like going out there and wanting to be as dominant as possible. I think, especially for the rule set, for the stadium that's on, like my game works really well.
Yep.
I love a good submission on the rule set. Like I'm a submission hunter. I try not to make things boring for the audience, and that's exactly what I'm going to go out there and do, and hunt every type of submission, every part of the body. It doesn't matter, nothing's safe, but be that submission hunter.
That's why people are tuning in to watch, and they should, because Adele makes light work, essentially. Your run at ADCC was so impressive, and your run tonight at Grapple Mania, equally as impressive. It's phenomenal.
And thank you for putting Australia on the map for jiu-jitsu. It's like, it's not many opportunities out there, and so for you to take those and showcase Australia has some of the best level in the world, you're proving it. Thank you so much.
No, always. Like I know it's there, and I just want to keep proving it time and time again, so I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks so much, Adele.
Thanks for joining us, Adele. Legend. Adele, come to our seminar tomorrow, 10 a.m., Grappling Education.
Main event coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that grappling fans around the world have been waiting for. $3,000 on the line. It's the main event of the evening. Introducing first, a brown belt. He stands at 6 feet tall, weighing at 98 kilos, fighting out a crazy team. By way of Brisbane, he desperately needs $3,000. Dominic Unamuno.
Unamuno. Mooney Mooney.
A real up-and-comer.
And his opponent, a black belt. He's a lactose-tolerant style fighter. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing at 59 kilograms. Fighting out of Grappling Education by way of Liverpool, presenting the 7-time subversion champion, Tito the Milkman Kheir.
Here we go.
A real crowd favorite, Tito. We've seen him on the big stage, so many different events, MMA, jiu-jitsu. He's ready to throw down whatever.
He's a dog. He's got the dog in him.
I'm so excited for this
match. I'm impressed.
My God.
That Dominic Unamuno weighed 98 kilos, I reckon.
Yeah. And Tito's called out Dom. He's the one that said, hey, let's put money down. Let's see who's the best. And Dom was like, I'm down.
Ooh.
Yep.
Atlantic Grappling Team putting up the money for Dom.
And Nemea Grappling Club as well. They put the money up for him to come down and have this match. It's $3,000 on the line.
Oh, Tito cranking on her.
$3,000 on the line. That's a crazy amount of money. Just for a local jiu-jitsu, production. But
exactly.
This is what the boys are doing. They're trying to get these athletes paid, and that's why you should be supporting guys like Grapple Mania and turning up to these things. You never know who's going to turn up.
So the atmosphere in this room right now is just electric. There's something about cash, just putting cash there on the line, ready to go. Are people going to tap later to submissions? Are people going to be more aggressive? It's just that element of excitement that you're not going to get when you're fighting for a plastic medal.
Tito, a guy that Josh was alluding to it earlier, some people are gym heroes. Tito is not one of those guys. He turns it up on the comp stage. He's such a good competitor. The mindset, the confidence of the guy. He's always switched on. He's been working his top game and his passing, and I'm excited to see it in display now.
Yeah, I got a chance to train with Dominic Unamuno a little bit recently, and I was actually quite impressed with his knowledge. He has a lot of things in his game. I think the biggest thing with him is if he has the confidence to open up and showcase all of their skills. And it's hard to do that against a guy like Tito, so imposing, and someone that can just throw a submission at you at any time.
Yeah. That's Tito's style, the ability to just throw up subs everywhere.
I think we saw Dominic really had like a breakout performance at Grapple Mania at the Supreme Leader Invitational. He came through. It was a pretty stacked bracket, and although he didn't win, he had a loss to Nico. He beat guys like Curtis Martin and Geronimo, and like it wasn't just he edged through with a points win. He really had very impressive victories, and that's sort of you know, kind of put him on the map a little bit as far as like people were like, oh, who's this random guy who's turned up and, you know, he's doing work.
Yeah, he's quite young as well.
Very young, yeah.
Close guard. Can almost guarantee you're going to see some polo pass from Tito here.
And Tito is one of the competitors coming up in the Giles Trials, the qualifier for the 99 and over 99 divisions
Single
for the Craig Jones
underpassing.
Invitational.
Beautiful under the hips passing by Tito Carl.
I wonder if we're going to see a switch to Kezagatami here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Tito's been working his single underpassing. Good to see it at use here tonight.
I'm sure Dominic knows that's in Tito's game. I'm sure he knows it's coming. It's just whether or not he has the answer for it. Imagine there's so much pressure here with the hips from Tito.
Yeah. And Tito, not just a big man, but a true athlete in the sense, I know that he might not look at it certain times, but he is an amazing athlete. So flexible, moves well.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Fluid. There's no fat in his movements.
Tito is a humble brand athlete.
Exactly.
Very humble guy, fitting. A legend, but also, like you said, I think, Freddie, one of the things is he's not just like athletic guy. He has a real physicality about him.
Yeah.
It's not just like, you know, he can cartwheel,
Tough.
pass around. Man, when he needs to put the pressure on, the pressure comes on.
It's true. MMA background. He's not a guy that you can just push around. He's not going to be intimidated. He has not just in jiu-jitsu, by the way, in just life, the weirdest confidence, blind confidence, some might say, but unbelievable confidence.
I mean, it might be the confidence that comes with being like a 110 kilo absolute unit who can throw hands at any moment.
Agreed.
I would have no idea how cockatoo tastes until Tito Carl came into my life. Now, as someone that's actually competed against Tito Carl, he's going to slip that elbow out.
Got to slip
Big
the
panic.
elbow. Oh no, big panic here.
He's managed to throw the leg over.
Tito looking composed.
We've seen some really high-level people tap from this.
Oh, man, it's looking bad. Taps.
Oh,
the milkman.
Wow, $3,000 richer is Tito Carl. Unbelievable. Titties are out. Milk ready to be...
He throws his rashi into the crowd.
Wow.
The milkman delivers.
Ladies.
$3,000. Tito puts the 3 up.
Where is the $3,000?
He needed that money, or I don't even know if he was going to be able to make it to Melbourne.
I'm sure it's a really tough pill to swallow from Dom. I mean, that amount of money slipping through your fingers sucks, but if anything, it's just going to motivate him. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying. Hold on, Tito. We're just trying to get...
Still talking to the mic, we're still getting one.
So, Tito.
Where's my money, man?
Well, that's the thing. They didn't trust me with the $3,000. I'm not sure why they didn't get... They gave me the money for everybody else, but they didn't give me the $3,000, which is a bit fishy. I gotta say, $3,000 in jiu-jitsu terms is like a quazillion dollars. Like, we don't even know what that means, do we? Like, have you ever even seen $3,000? What are you gonna do? Buy some milk? What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I want to invest in a milk factory, you know? Nah, I'm going to spend a month in Melbourne, get ready for the CJI trials, so...
Awesome. Yeah, CJI trials coming up. I heard somebody in the crowd shout, "Milk him." They were begging for some milk, and you gave it to him. You just can't help yourself, can you? And at one point, he had his leg on your face. I thought, oh, he's gonna get out. And you just said, no, I want my milk.
No way. No chance, bro. No chance. Yeah.
Congratulations, $3,000. Anybody you want to call out except for everybody in CJI?
Well, I got called out. Let's do 5,000. I'll pull up 5, you pull up 5. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Wow, big call out. All right, sweet. Here's the money.
Tito Carl calls out Hayden Bailey.
Hayden Bailey for 5 and 5. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious?
That's money.
We're talking about $10,000 match here, people.
Not working, but thank you very much.
We're talking about 80 cc.
We had world champions and $3,000. Thank you very much, crowd. Well done.
Naran signing us off. It was a great night here tonight. The card was absolutely stacked. We saw the likes of Jude Keane getting a quick sub for 700 and Tito Carl taking out the main event.
$3,000. There's money to be made.
Exactly.
Guys, you got to register. You got to sign up. You got to support Grapple Mania. Let's keep putting on shows like this and let's see where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, big money fights. We had a Delphine Arena on this night, and we're going to continue to try and put on the best matches that we can. If you guys want to make a hit, you can go to the Grapple Mania Instagram, put matches on. Josh, Charlie.
We're signing off.
Signing off.
Stay classy, people. Stay classy.
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
Pleasure.